right here on Be Terrific. I'm Matt Ryan. Hello, friends. I'll be calling the action with you, but I'm not alone. Right next to me, I've got the man who's got the inside track on what's going to be going on the court today as the Miami Court Kings look to defend against the Los Angeles Superstars, and that's Rex Walters. And then right over here, the third man of our broadcast team, JB Jack Brewer. Guys, this one is going to be an exciting, a different kind of game here, a different kind of atmosphere right here from the Wasco Center in Miami. Rex, I'm going to go to you first. What are you thinking right before tip-off?
Well, the biggest thing is these guys have come ready to play. They have a great love for the game. These guys are in shape, and they're going to compete. There's no question about that.
Oh, no doubt about that at all. We'll go through your starting lineups in a minute. JB, are you ready? Are you excited?
I am, man. These guys are ready. You know, this has been a lot of anticipation coming into tonight's game. Guys are all flying in from all over the country. You got some of the, great NBA players, and you also have some pretty dang good collegiate basketball players as well. So it should be pretty competitive. Yeah,
it's going to be an exciting time, JB. We're going to let you get things rocking and rolling here, right here at the Primetime Basketball League. Hey, it's time. We got Meta World Peace in the house tonight. Ronaldo Balkman. We're going to go through all the starting lineups for you, but some of the more interesting things tonight. This is the first time these guys have played with each other, Rex. This is the first time they're all stepping on the court as a team. No practices, coming in cold. What are you thinking?
It makes it tough, and for coaches, you got to put your guys in position to win, but you haven't had time to put in an offense. Guys haven't really played with each other, so it'll be interesting to see what team meshes quickest so they can play effective basketball.
And that's going to be the interesting thing. And also, you look at these two teams. Los Angeles is stacked.
Yes.
Los Angeles has a stacked roster. You've got Smush Parker, Boobie Gibson, Meta World Peace, among others. And then you've got Miami. They've got a deeper roster, but it's not that same kind of star power.
Yeah, I'd like to see if the guys from Miami, and we've got some local guys, they're going to want to play good in front of their people. LA does have a little bit more star power, more recognizable names, but the bottom line, it's not the best players to win. It's the guys that play the best together.
And then you've got the coaches. You've got Mitch Richmond for LA, and then you've got your old buddy Mark Strickland. You were talking to him before the game. How do you feel the coaches are going to enter into this game, especially in the first quarter? Everybody's trying to get their feet wet. Last night I was talking with some of the players, and they were still trying to figure out. They said around maybe halfway through the first quarter is when they're going to get a good fitting and feel where they are as a team.
Yeah, it'll be a simple package of plays, some pick-and-roll plays, some simple catch-and-shoots. But I think the biggest thing that Kenny and Mark Strickland are going to try to do, they're going to try to figure out who the hot hand is and who's going to continuously make the right play, and let's get the ball to that player.
Who's that going to be for Miami? Who do you think is going to get the hot hand?
Well, I think at first Carlos Arroyo, he's playing in front of his home crowd, went to FIU, wants to show out in front of his people. I think they'll start with Carlos running the show and getting the ball where it needs to go.
And also you've got Will Frisbee, a Miami kid, was speaking with him last night. He's excited. He was talking about having this feeling, returning back home to Miami. And JB, I'm going to ask you, who do you think are some of the players to watch out for tonight?
I mean, you got to go with the hometown boys. They're playing in front of their home crowd. They didn't have to travel very far. I think Carlos is going to have a really big game. I was watching him warm up. He looks like he's, a sharpshooter still. And then obviously, you have your big names like Meta World Peace. I mean, guys like that, are going to probably play well. But, I look for Miami to win this game today.
Wow, Miami. He's picking Miami. He's got the Miami Beach King shirt on, though. JB, you're a little biased here. You're trying to curry favor with the hometown crowd, man. I have to remain neutral, but I'm going to ask Coach. Coach, who do you think is going to be walking out and winning?
It's hard to say that Kareem Rush, guys like Brian Cook, the Meta World Peace. Meta's got a great passion for the game. All he does is win. He's a world champion. So it'll be hard for Miami to get the W. I do think the whole crowd could play an effect in the fact that they're playing in front of their whole people. But saying all that, I'm still going to go with Los Angeles, and they've got a little more star power. I love Kareem Rush's game, Meta World Peace. You got to think that those guys are going to find a way to get it done.
Oh yeah, that's going to be as LA comes out onto the court right now. Walking on over past the scorer's table, we see Meta World Peace walking by. We see some of the stars, the superstars of the Los Angeles Superstars. Next week, we're going to be in Chicago, then New Jersey, then Los Angeles, touring the world right here in Primetime Basketball. Excuse me, folks. The atmosphere here, it's so much that it's making me feel like it's heavy. The stardust is in the air, as it were, here in the Primetime Basketball League. And right now we're getting ready for the starting lineups. Also, the national anthem, I believe, tonight will be sung by Kareem Rush.
Wow.
So, multi-talented performer, multi-talented player. It's going to be a fun time here as we see Meta World Peace and the Superstars getting ready. Live from Watsco at the University of Miami, just a few minutes outside of Miami at Coral Gables. You've played here before, you've coached here before. What is it about Watsco, Rex, that makes it feel a little different than other houses?
Well, it's number one, you're in Miami, so everyone loves to come to Miami, so hopefully you don't get caught in the nightlife of Miami the day before the game. So that always makes it difficult to when you're on the road, when you talk about LA. But it is a great atmosphere. The people are out. They're excited to see these players. I see kids trying to get autographs. Some very, very cool stuff going on tonight.
Yeah, and we see the players lining up here at Watsco. My first time in Miami in 5 years, I landed last night. I found out, oh, you've got to go to a yacht. And I'm like, what's a yacht? And it's just that weird feeling. Once you're in Miami, it's like you just get handed a drink. You get handed a Don Johnson Jack, and you're like, enjoy. Just go enjoy. Yeah. Go enjoy. But we are here, Matt Ryan, Rex Walters, and we've got JB right here who's going to be our man on the court letting us know what's going on during the game. And also, a nice unique take for the Primetime Basketball League. You're not only just going to hear us, you're going to hear our on-court host. You're going to be able to hear what the coaches and some of the players are saying and feeling. We'll cut to them throughout the game, kind of like a corner man in boxing. Yeah. In between each round, they get to hear about what's going on, and you get a unique look, a terrific look at what's going on here in the Primetime Basketball League. And I think we're about to go to mid-court for our opening procession as the players are getting on the court, and these guys feel comfortable. They feel ready. I'm excited. It's prime time, Rex. It's prime time, JB. Right. I'm ready for some basketball. You don't want to keep looking at my face. Rex and JB, they're handsome. You don't want to look at me. You want to look at some of the great action we have for you right here today in Miami. It's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday in Miami, and we're going to get things locked and loaded for you in just a moment. It's the Primetime Basketball League, and we're streaming all over the world. Tell your friends, tell an enemy, tell somebody to watch us right here in the Primetime Basketball League. Let's throw it right over to courtside and see what's going on. Let's take a look at what's going on as the players get ready here today in Miami. And we'll get to that in just a second as the players are getting ready. It's going to take a little while. These guys have just practiced. And in shoot-around, these guys were getting ready. They were working up a sweat. They weren't just taking light layups. They were working really hard.
When that body gets to be around 30 years old, you got to take a little bit longer. They are still in the prime of their career, but it takes a little while. You want to make sure you got all your muscles loose. You're ready to go. You want to see that ball going through the net. You want to shoot some game shots, but you don't want to go totally game speed. But these guys are fired up. They got a good lather, and they're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps as Los Angeles superstar player Kareem Rush leads us in our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Kareem Rush.
Kareem Rush.
Let's meet the starting lineups first for the Los Angeles Superstars. A shooting guard out of Pepperdine, number 1, Smush Parker. A guard out of Georgia, number 2, Sundiata Gaines. A guard from Missouri, number 4, Kareem Rush. A guard out of Texas, number 11, Daniel Gibson. A point guard from Eastern Michigan, number 12, Earl Boykin. A guard out of Hampton, number 22, Devin Green. A forward from St. John's, number 34, Meta World Peace. A shooting guard from UCLA, number 35, John Thompson. And a center out of Illinois, number 43, Brian Cook. The coaches for Los Angeles are Mitch Richmond and Tony Farmer. And now the starting lineups for your Miami Beach Kings. A forward out of Vanderbilt, number 4, Derek Byers. A point guard out of FIU, number 7, Carlos Arroyo. A forward and guard from Pepperdine, number 9, Yakuba Diawara. A forward from Angelo State, number 10, Marcus Hubbard. A forward out of South Carolina, number 22, Ronaldo Balkman. A shooting guard out of Texas, number 25, Maurice Evans. A center out of France, number 27, Johan Petro. A point guard from Oklahoma State's number 30, Shane Gatson. A forward from the University of Miami, number 34, Will Frisbee. And the coaches for the Miami Beach Kings are Mark Strickland and Kenny Anderson. The officials for tonight's game, John Gobble, Jason Gobble, and Ray Acosta. Ladies and gentlemen, your Miami Beach Kings.
And there are your starting lineups and your full lineups for tonight's game. And folks, the players are excited. They're getting ready to play. You know, we got to speak with Boobie Gibson yesterday. Let's hear how excited he is for tonight's game, LA versus Miami.
What about the strategy going in, considering that you haven't had that much time to practice and work together, not necessarily having played with everybody on the team? What's the strategy going in?
Well, that's the beauty of primetime basketball. We all pros. We've all done this before, and so when you get on the floor, you would hope that, you know, a guy, your 2s and your 3s know to run the wing, your big knows to run down the middle of the floor. So it kind of all comes together, and it comes back to you when you get out there. And it's better when you're playing with other pros who've been seasoned, been through it, and know what to expect.
And folks, welcome back to the Watsco Center at the University of Miami. Boobie Gibson's excited. I know I'm excited. Rex Walters is excited. JB's excited. We're here at the University of Miami for our first game of the Primetime Basketball League, and I couldn't think of no better city to spend a Sunday than Miami, Florida.
Miami's nice. The weather's good. I had a nice long walk today. Get my mind ready for this game. The biggest thing I see, though, with the game, though, is the size of Miami.
Yeah.
They definitely have a size advantage. They are bigger. But on the LA side, you've got great shooting. You talk about Earl Boykins. You're talking about Smush Parker. Kareem is a heck of a player as well. So this is going to be an interesting contrast, the styles between the size of Miami and the skill level of the superstars.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting contrast. You see Smush Parker, the second smallest player in the history of the NBA, and now officially the smallest in the history of the Primetime Basketball League, as we get the ceremonial tip-off here in Miami. And Carlos Arroyo and Ronaldo Balkman representing the Beach Kings.
You can definitely see the Miami players waving to fans in the stands. So there's definitely a little bit of an advantage, and they want to represent in front of their friends and family.
That's a definite thing, especially when you look at the cities that the Primetime Basketball League is hitting. New York, Chicago, Miami, LA. And it'll be Brian Cook taking the tip for Los Angeles. And for Miami, it'll be Johan Petro. A correction, now it'll be
Johan looks like an NBA center. That's a big body out there.
Yeah, he is He is built to play right now down the street at American Airlines, and you can see the size difference between LA and Miami. The tip is up, and the Primetime Basketball League is underway, and it's out of play.
All right, going down.
And it'll be Miami ball. It'll be Derek Byers inbounding the ball to Arroyo. Bottom of your screen. Arroyo now going inside. Pulls back to the corner. Wide open for three. Swish.
Great patience by Arroyo in the pick and roll. Finds the open shooter.
2-0 in the early going. Kareem Rush right side. Looking for an option covered by Balkman. Cook covered by Petro. Back to the corner for Rush. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Meta World Peace.
Gotta make sure you put a body on Meta every time the shot goes up.
And you see that shot by Cook. Rex, what would you think if you had your center taking a mid-range jumper early in the game when you're down 3?
It concerned me because I would think for a second we don't want to go inside. We want to play a finesse game. You've got to get the ball to the paint somehow. And if it's not going to be with a post play, it's got to be with dribble penetration.
Arroyo went for that pass, but it ends up being turned over and smushed Parker with the fantastic headband and a fantastic three, knotting this one up at 3 apiece. 8:55 left to go in the first. Matt Ryan, Rex Walters with you in the paint. Frisbee will get the ball knocked out. Meta World Peace playing some fantastic defense down in the paint. Still Miami ball right in front of the LA bench. Right over to Arroyo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock to Frisbee for 3. Bang! Easy 3 for the hometown hero. The crowd right behind us excited for that one. Boykins with the pass. Cook! Getting that one up and in, and it's a race right now. They're going 3 for 3. You would have thought they would go more in the paint, but LA playing outside, trying to avoid that height advantage.
Yeah, there's definitely a height advantage, and they've decided to go with the perimeter game, shooting threes. Cook with a nice pick and pop 3.
Pass the ball from Balkman to Arroyo. Arroyo trying to find a way inside. The behind the back pass for 3 off the rim, no good. Petro took Balkman up over, no good. Couldn't get it. Frisbee tried to rock the rim, knocked 3 times on the door, no one answered.
Well, he actually grabbed the rim first before the tip dunk, and that's where he got called off the basket interference.
And it's 6-6, Boykins with the pass. 6-5, pardon me. For 3, Parker off the rim, tipped up, knocked around, out of play, Miami ball.
A little quick on the trigger on that one. The first 2 shots they made were both catch and shoot threes. That was more off the bounce on an under 3.
Arroyo finding the lane to Balkman, to the corner, Byers! Yes, sir!
And Miami's really been committed to getting the ball in the paint and playing inside out.
A lot of great work by Miami, 9-5 with 7.5 to play. Rush inside, Parker up over, no good. Rebounded by Frisbee. Byers tries to keep it in play to Arroyo, tipped up, and now here comes an opportunity. That's Boykins. He'll slow it down and get it over to Smush. Parker inside, passes over to Boykins. Looking for an option, over to Cook. In traffic, can't get it past Frisbee. Rebounded by Miami, that was Byers. Arroyo, pass to the corner, Balkman. Off the rim, Petro tips it, no.
You can already see the advantage that Miami has inside. 2 offensive rebounds in the last 3 possessions.
I believe that foul was on Meta World Peace.
43,
43, Brian Cook. Arroyo loses it to Frisbee. Little baby jumper defected to get your points.
My money's on Carlos Arroyo for getting the assist for the all-time assist lead since this is game 1. he's definitely throwing dimes out there, finding his teammates, getting them going.
World Peace for 3. It's turning into All-Star Weekend here, Rex. Everybody trying to win the 3-point contest. Arroyo with the ball, 11-5 your score. Miami on a bit of a run. Petro from long range. The big man going for 3.
That's a little deep for me as a coach. I'd have been like,
And that's
maybe move it and get to a second pick and roll.
Foul on Arroyo. Yeah, as soon as I saw Petro go for that shot, I looked for your reaction, and it looked like you bit into a lemon.
You better get to Kareem Rush. You got to close all the way to his chest. That is a warm-up jump shot for him.
Rush for three. As Arroyo passes it over, trying to find the lane inside. Frisbee, yes sir. Answer it right back, Rex. Parker right side. Goes inside, up over, basket, and a chance for the foul.
That's the thing about these players. They may not have the same athleticism they once had, but they can play through contact, and that's exactly what Smush Parker did. He just turned the corner, eyes on the rim, wasn't worried about contact, and finished.
And we got a timeout here, our first timeout. Your score with 5:53 left on the clock. We're gonna get an and one after this. It's 13-10, Miami. Let's head on over to JB. JB, what's going on over there at the LA bench?
These guys are playing some competitive basketball today. You're seeing a very high shooting percentage across the board for both teams, really. Guys look like they're in pretty good shape. I want to see if they can continue throughout this first quarter. But, I mean, Smush Parker is playing some incredible ball, penetrating to the hole, taking the ball right in, scoring baskets, making jumpers. So it's been nice to watch so far. Stay tuned. So the coaches are also preparing. Making some adjustments. You know, the players, this is their first time to play together. Many of them, you know, they're playing a basic motion offense right now, but many of them, you know, just getting into the groove of the game. I think we're going to see a lot more better basketball coming through for the rest of this quarter throughout the first half. But it's been exciting so far. So let's stay tuned. Players are taking the court again.
All right, thanks so much, JB. Your score 13-10. Miami went on a little bit of a run there, Coach, and now they're looking to kind of build it back up.
It'll be interesting to see if LA makes any adjustments with pick and roll defense, because Arroyo's been in the paint getting pretty much what he wants, finding shooters, sucking in the defense, and then kicking out for threes and then close out driving kicks. So we'll see if they make an adjustment.
And we've got Dejon Thompson checking in now, number 35. Small forward from UCLA, as Smush Parker will go to the line to make this a 2-point game. And Booby Gibson about to check in. The shot by Parker. Up and in, makes it a 2-point game, and Gibson will check in next whistle.
Okay, let's get it. Puts it in the hit. Arroyo
with
right
the ball.
side with it. Being guarded by EP. Arroyo
goes to the right side. So you're the top of the key, looking for an option over to Hubbard.
Hubbard, baseline.
Balkman.
Back up top.
9 seconds left on the shot clock. They got to move here. Up by Arroyo. No good. Tipped up, knocked around. Rebounded by Los Angeles. Folks, I'm not the only one calling the action. Neither is Coach. Let's hear what our hype man has to say.
Good shot. 5-5. 6-10 game. Right side with it. Arroyo. Center court. Thinking about it. Swing it back over to Frisbee. Baseline. Byers. Jump shot.
Johan Petro back in for Miami. Up and in for Hubbard. Miami going on a run there, Coach, while we were taking a little bit of a step back. LA trying to make something happen.
And Miami wasn't matched up in transition. That's a missed free throw transition. You got to do a better job of getting the ball stopped and getting matched up.
And you don't want to get your center in foul trouble.
And you don't want, he's going to do that if he's guarding their point guard.
Yeah. It's an odd shift there. They kind of rotated in for Arroyo. Gibson with the pass inside. Finds Gaines in the corner. In traffic. Yes, sir.
And LA's definitely decided to go small ball. All 5 guys are out there, can shoot the 3. So it's going to be about spreading and driving.
Up and in, and Miami answering Mo Evans, a small forward out of Texas. But here comes Gaines, and LA not putting a foot on the brake pedal. And there's another foul on Petro. 2:38 left to go in the first.
LA's definitely looking to spread it and drive Petro as much as possible, try to get him out of the game, because he does cause problems on this end with the offensive rebounds in his paint post presence.
There's the inbound pass to Sundiata Gaines. Gaines to the top of the key to Gibson. Gibson covered by Hubbard. Just trying to make him work. 4 left on the shot clock. Gotta make a move. The shot by Gaines at the buzzer. LA charging back, still down 24-18.
That's what you're going to see here at the Prime. You talk about high-level shooters.
The Petro, the pass, top of the key, wide open. Can't get it to fall. Rebound blocked. Big move there by Sundiata Gaines, playing hard on both sides of the ball. Drives, passes to the corner. Inside. That's Boykins, the former New York Knick, looking to make it work off the pass, off the rim, rebounded by Petro with ease. Now Gadsden, top of the key. That one will clank off the lip of the rim. That one's got to hurt your spirits. Gaines with the pass. Boykins, yes sir.
It's amazing how air balls and missed layups always lead to open shots on the other end. You got to make sure you're shooting shots you can make. Hubbard's got a...
How angry would you be on the bench right now? You see that play break down and you're like, oh, come on. From the corner. Off the rim, no good. They're playing fast and loose. We're nearing 1 minute to go. Gaines with the ball.
Again, they're going at Petro.
That one won't fall, but they'll keep it. Gibson for 3. No good. Rebounded by number 30, Cheyenne Gadsden. Open lane, open door. Maya gave up there on defense, but number 9, Diawara with the basket for Miami for 3.
One and done for LA. All 3s, not a lot at the rim, and Miami's getting a lot of shots
30
at the
seconds
rim.
left to go. I was talking with Will Frisbee last night, and he said it's going to be a lot of shooting, a lot of scoring, and we're seeing it here. Miami added another one with number 25, Mo Evans with the basket. Gaines with it. Just about a second difference between the shot and game clock. 13, now we're at 10 seconds left to go. In the first quarter, your score 30-20, Miami in the lead. The pass for 3 won't go, and that will be the end of our first quarter. It's been a fast-paced contest. These guys looking to prove they still got legs, and they're showing it here, Coach. Your score is 28-22. As we go from quarter number 1 to quarter number 2, let's head it on over to the third man on our team, JB. JB, how's it looking down on the court?
Offensive board. So this has been really exciting. I'm looking forward to see what the adjustments both teams will make. But, you know, LA's so undersized. They're going to have to figure out a way to handle all these big guys. Miami is a big, powerful ball club. I mean, they have been heavy on the boards all night long. So it's been a very competitive game so far. And I think just looking over here, you know, the guys from the LA team look a little bit winded. But they're getting some rest. The coach is making some adjustments. They all look locked in and focused. Looking over here to the Miami side of the bench here, you know, these guys are having fun. They're high-fiving. They definitely got the momentum on their side, and they're going to continue to play some good ball. Uh-oh, we got the dancers coming out. The Primetime dance team is in the building, so it's really good to see.
Fans, please welcome to the court the Miami
We are in
Beach
Miami,
Kings
so
dancers.
got to have the dancers. So we are right here at the University of Miami, the Watsco Center, where this is the host where the University of Miami plays some good basketball. It is the inaugural game for the Primetime Basketball League, so everyone's excited. The guys are ready to take the floor. The dancers are coming off. Let's have a good time. Back to you, boys. All right, fellas. They got to do something to maintain these big boys. They're our man so far. So, Coach, how you going to make some adjustments for us this second quarter?
Well, we're not helping out on defense. So, you know, the guys penetrating. We're not coming on the help side, but we'll be all right. You know, just get warm.
They look a little bit bigger than y'all, man. You making any adjustments?
They're huge. We got to play fast. That's what we're doing. We play fast.
Well, good luck, Coach. Well, you heard it from Coach Richmond. They got to play fast. They are definitely outmanned as far as size, but they have more speed, so they're trying to make some adjustments in order to move the ball around a little bit more, score some goals on both ends of the court.
Getting ready
Okay,
to
let's
start
get back
the
to
second
live
quarter,
action. That's
ladies and
perfect.
gentlemen.
Thank
Matt
you, that's
Ryan, Rex
perfect.
Walters here with you. We're getting started with the second quarter, and here comes LA. Oh, boy,
All right,
coming out
right
like a
side,
shot,
EP
Coach.
with the rock.
Right side now. An opportunity for Dijon Thompson. Over to Sundiata Gaines. Left side for three. Yes, sir.
Simple offense, nice catch and shoot, wide open shot. Earl Bork's going to knock that down.
Miami looking to answer back, and they do.
That's made shot transition. Brian Cook's a better player than that. He's got to get matched up soon.
Diawara with that basket. 31-24 your score. Kicks it right side, loses handle for just a second. Gibson, left side. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up, loose ball. Miami comes away with it. And that's Cheyenne Gadsden over to Diawara. Tipped up, stolen by LA, and it's nothing but one man driving to pass. Bang!
Just great 2-on-1 execution. Draw the defender, drop it off to the big fella. Brian Cook finishes with a slam.
And that's good court vision, and that's selfless basketball right there. You love seeing that, especially here when these guys are just learning to play with each other. Gadsden, nothing doing there. Rebounded by Cook. Cook over to Gaines. We're going to have Meta World Peace check in for Los Angeles at the next whistle. Gaines. He cooked, and Johan Petro got shook, but no basket there. The jumper. Yes, sir. Big basket by Mo Evans.
LA just got to do a better job in transition defense. Miami's really exploiting it. They've got to get back, get matched, stop the ball, and then get to shoot.
Boykins! It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. He went the wrong way and got the basket, but Diawara can't get it to go. Petro up and in. Gaining a little bit of pride after that one. 35-28, 7:49 left to go in the first half. Boykins off the screen, going right side. Pass back to Cook. Kicked over. Back over to Boykins. The hook shot won't go. Great positioning there, though, by Los Angeles. Diawara. Jump ball.
That was great transition defense by Boykins and Cook. Stopped the ball, protected the paint, and then they get the jump ball call.
And we'll we'll see Parker, Meta World Peace, and Rush come in for LA. We'll see Arroyo, Frisbee, Byers and Balkan come in for Miami.
I would love to see Earl Boykins win this jump ball. I would love that.
It's Earl Boykins and Yakuba Diawara, and it ends up with Miami. Petra.
Yeah.
We'll check it out here on the replay.
Well,
behind the back, beautiful move, and Cook just stuffs it. Hanging like the N1 logo just for a little extra sizzle.
Great play by Gaines to draw him and drop it off. Nice behind the back pass.
We've got Tection.
And Miami tried to do a little doozy. Commit 6 guys on the court. Sometimes when that happens, he gets caught.
He just tried to blend in with the scenery. And it'll be Miami ball. Maurice Evans to inbound. Arroyo right next to him. He's got to find a way to break out, but it'll be passed down baseline. Pushing this way in there, can't get it to go. Tip knocked around, ends up in the hands of LA. Here comes a chance for Los Angeles, down 35-28, but he'll get the foul, no basket. And Sundiata Gaines will go to the line, and Ronaldo Balkman.
How fast was Gaines down the court? It was really a 1-on-3 around half court. He just put on the afterburners, got to the basket, got fouled.
He hit the NOS trigger and just went right down. And Gaines will go to the line, try to get 2. As LA is down 35-28, Gaines from the line. That one will go up and in.
Shit, boy.
Now, Rex, as a coach and as a player, living and dying by the free throw line, how important is it to have all of these guys know exactly what to do in each specific free throw?
Well, I think the biggest thing, first of all, you want to get to the free throw line because that allows you to set your defense. Saying all that, you've got to be able to do a better job in picking. Arroyo is lighting these guys up, not with scoring, but with his passing and leadership.
And Cook answering back for 3. Frisbee, as you said, off that great pass from Arroyo. But Cook he's sizzling up the stat sheet here in the first half over to Balkman. Finds a path up off the rim, won't go, and Cook will get the rebound. Over to Sundiata Gaines. Gaines, top of the key, left side. Drive up, the pass to the corner. Over to Parker, Parker to the right side, the pass wide open. Can't get that to fall, but Cook will keep it for LA. Inside the Kareem Rush. And there's another foul for Miami.
But number one is great movement by LA. The ball moved freely. The guys passed up good shots to get better ones. They've ended up missing it, but that also creates an offensive rebound opportunity, which leads to the foul for Kareem Rush.
And Rush will get that one up and in and make it a 4-point game. They'll get within 3 if he can make this shot. Up and gets it in there. 3-point game, and Miami will get the ball over to Arroyo. Arroyo directing traffic. Telling Maurice Evans where to go, and you can see the double team picking up for Arroyo. Evans near midcourt, off the screen. The 3, up and in there. Rush pulled in on the defense.
Yeah, there was confusion on the pick and roll about whether they were switching it or showing. Now neither guy guarded the basketball, and he just shot it under 3.
Gets the basket, Smush Parker. Getting it up and getting it in.
That's called old man basketball right now, just physically enforcing your will on the young fella. Smush has done that twice now.
And now let's check in what's going on over at the Miami bench. JB's checking in, seeing what's going on. He's blended in. But before that, let's take a look at this replay here. That's Maurice Evans from long range, sinking that shot, making it look pretty. JB, what's going on over at the Miami bench?
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, all 3 of you guys. All 3 of y'all can switch. Yeah.
Fight to the screen. All you
He just stopped back and shot.
Just keep it to whoever's going out. Keep Kareem to get the man going out. You take the one rolling. Same thing with Cookie. You step out, just take the one rolling.
You make it easy.
Yeah. Hey, make sure we change sides sometimes. When we come down sometimes, We only attacking on the strong side. Move it.
Go on the
on
left
the
side.
other
Attack on the left side.
You all right? You gotta. Buffalo Wild Wings. Come on. You're all right. You're all right. Just keep running the motion. Let's go. What?
Oh, you talking, yeah.
On what? 32? I wasn't paying attention. He said swing on the weak side.
Thank you so
Only
much,
attacking on the strong
JB.
side.
No fouls for Los Angeles, 3 from Miami. And Los Angeles looking to reap the benefits here with another and one shot for Smush Parker.
Yeah, the last 2 possessions for LA has been much better in terms of ball movement, finding the open man, and getting to the basket, putting pressure on the basket with penetration.
From the line. Gave him space, a lot of space there on that foul shot. Kind of took like 2 steps back. I think it was just like, I'm going to show you how far I can shoot this. Arroyo, beautiful movement, gets it to go. But Parker looking to answer, took on 2 players at once. That was a little more gumption than logic. Frisbee now, covered by Cook. 2 big men, and there's a foul. That'll be LA's first foul.
My ball. Nope.
No timeout, 3 timeouts each for LA and Miami. The inbound pass to Arroyo. He'll peel back, he'll call traffic, sets the pick, screams through to Balkman, to the left side, to the corner to Byers. Off the backboard, no good. Clock still running, 2 seconds, and that will be a shot clock violation. Miami thought they hit the rim, but we'll have a substitution here.
5'11", 5'11".
As Diawara back in for Miami. Rush will inbound right by us here at the table.
It's actually a pretty good possession by Miami. They got a quality shot, got an offensive rebound, just ran out of time.
And we'll see Marcus Hubbard come back in. We'll see Earl Boykins come in for LA.
Yeah, LA's got to figure out what they're going to do with this pick and roll defense with the
Yeah.
What would you do, Coach? Would you try to play a zone? Would that be a little too hard in the first game?
Sometimes you got to blitz it. Sometimes I think you don't want to go under on Arroyo. You're going to have to mix it. Every once in a while, just throw something different at him. A blitz, a switch. The late shows and the drops are not working.
A 2-point game. Almost just became 4, and it does with that tip-in. Meta World Peace got a 3, but answered really quickly by Will Frisbee. And Sundiata Gaines. Going left side, kicks it over to Meta. Tried to go back-to-back, but rebounded by Balkman. Arroyo, covered by Meta. The pass down low, Balkman can't get it, but he gets the rebound. Needs to pass it, tipped up and stolen by LA. World Peace covered by Arroyo, and Arroyo will cut the foul.
He's so smart. Carlos is so smart. Great pass. He sees that the other team has an advantage because we're in transition. We miss a layup. He takes the foul, so now LA has to set their offense and run a side out of bounds.
And we'll see.
Really smart. There's a reason why this guy's MVPs overseas, played in the NBA a long time, because he understands how to run a basketball team.
Gibson and Boykins back in. LA with the ball, down 4 with just about 4 minutes left to play in the first half. For 3, off the rim, no good. Now here comes Gadsden to Byers, and that one will go out of play and stay with the Beach Kings. Mitch Richmond indicating on the sideline that one was an LA ball, but he won't get that. How frustrating is it, Coach, to know that your guy wasn't the last one to touch it as Gadsden makes the basket, but the referee, they see a completely different thing entirely?
It can be tough at times. I think in this game, the game's been pretty well called, to be honest with you. A few missed calls here and there, but that's going to happen. You got to get to the next play.
The shot! Can't get that one to fall. Goes Boykins. Arroyo covered by Boykins. Double covered. Gets the pass over to Diawara. Gadsden over to Diawara. The jumper. No good on that 2 attempt. His feet were inside the line. Gadsden. Can't get that one to fall either. That one gets slapped, and LA will get the ball back with 3:22 and a fresh shot clock.
Miami's still doing a great job on the offensive glass, though, and getting their team extra possessions.
For 3. Can't get that one to go, but that's a testament to how much pressure LA has been giving back to Miami, keeping it within 6 from a team that's come out all guns blazing in this first half. Gadsden with the pass to Diawara inside, turnaround jumper.
Wow, that's good defense. It's good defense. He makes a shot that hits the front of the rim, hits the top of the backboard, and drops. As a coach, you got to say that's good D.
That orange piece of metal gets the assist on that one. In the corner now, Boykins passes it up to get. That's over to Parker. He takes a slide. Might be a little wet on the court here in Miami. Shot by Meta World Peace, no good. Arroyo was going to pass it to Gadsden, but he had that defender down there. Arroyo off Hubbard's face. It ain't NBA Street. No off to Heezy here. And that one goes out of play.
Carlos hits it right off of Ron's face, gets it back, ends up turning it over, but talks about the toughness of Ron Artest. Like, he didn't even bat an eye, he just kept playing.
Oh, yeah.
And now let's head on over to Jack Brewer. We got a 30-second timeout.
We have a timeout now.
By Miami.
Miami team is trying to
let's head over to JB.
Squeeze out a big
down
pass.
at the bench. Hey, JB, where
Going
we go?
into halftime. Coach Kenny Anderson is getting his squad ready. He made a few adjustments going in. And he's saying he's telling his team now that they want to start pounding the ball more inside. He wants a more physical ball game.
Do you need anything from me? Need me to pitch you on anything? No, you're doing good. No, you're good.
Coach Anderson, you're telling the boys to get a little bit more physical, right?
Yeah, they're much bigger than them, so we can pound them inside. We want to play inside out and not outside in.
No.
Today's game is all 3-point.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Good luck. You heard it from the legend himself. Playing some inside-out basketball, telling the boys to get a little bit more physical. This should be a good ending to this first half, and it's been some exciting basketball so far, so let's continue to check it out. Let's go over here and check on our LA basketball squad. A little undersized, but they're still playing a good game. Meta World Peace is heating up. Smush Parker is playing. Smush, you ready for this half?
Oh yeah, half. It's still the first half. You already talking about the second, man.
You just gotta finish it up though.
We gonna chip away at this lead.
Come on. You heard it right there. Smush is ready to end up this first half of basketball.
Thanks so much, JB. Getting a little bit of a time check there from Smush Parker. With 2:20 left to go, trying to get the lead, 48-40. Meta World Peace inside, great pass. And great move there by Sundiata Gaines, finding a way to wiggle through.
Yeah, and Meta just saw the back of the defender's head, threw it right on target to Gaines. Gaines with the easy layup. You got to see ball and man as a defender.
Arroyo passes it over to right side, covered now by Parker. Parker putting the pressure on, gets the ball knocked loose. Here comes a chance for LA up over, look at that! Sundiata Gaines has had a first half.
A little transition defense problems right there. Had a tough time getting matched up, leads to the layup. You got to get matched. You got to protect the paint, get matched.
Arroyo left side, covered by Boykins. Got 10 on the shot clock now, minute 24 to play. Hubbard off the rim, no good. Arroyo hustling to get the rebound. Looking to move around. Over to Byers for 3. No good, sir. Rebounded by Meta World Peace. He gets it over to Boykins. Boykins up over the shot. No good. Battling for the rebound. Hubbard will keep it in play, but great hustle there by Meta World Peace. Arroyo off the rim, no good. Batted around, and LA will get it back, and that is Sunday out of game.
LA's getting stops now. They're getting on the break. Shots are ending up coming up short.
Do you think that they're taking too many chances from the outside? They need to work in a little bit.
No, I don't have a problem with shots off the pass. They've shot a few too many off the bounce from three. You want catch and shoot threes that fall past, especially early in shot clock. That's one. That's one that, yeah, great. It looks great if it goes in. They actually get the offensive rebound, but that's a difficult shot early in shot clock if you're being defended.
John Thompson with a little bit of help there, and the shot clock is off. 19 seconds left to go, and Miami looking to walk a very thin lead into the locker room with 10 seconds left to go in the half. And Arroyo.
It's funny because LA was trying to foul. The referee didn't hear it. They end up fouling. Oh, they're saying it was on the side. Wow.
Arroyo passes it. Diawara trying to get it at the buzzer. Won't go, and that one won't count. But the first half of the first game of the Primetime Basketball League has been exciting. It's been close, and it's been contentious. But right now, let's head it over to JB, who's speaking with a fellow Brooklynite, Metta World Peace.
So we're here with the great Metta World Peace. Metta, you guys cut this lead down to 2 points. Tell us a little bit about that first half of basketball.
It was good, it felt good to get out there, play full court. A lot of NBA guys, and he was down, but other than that, first game was a good game, and everybody's feeling good.
Man, they are big. They are much bigger than y'all. So tell us how you're going to adjust to that going to the second half.
I mean, it's really, you don't have to adjust. You just play basketball. The guys been playing for a long time, so you don't really have to adjust. You just got to go out there and play and just make things real easy.
Well, y'all look good, man. I know you want to get inside, get a little break, man. Good luck there.
Thank you.
You heard it right there. Metta World Peace. As we all know, this man has played a lot of basketball over time. It's been exciting to watch, and he's pointed out here today. This has been a real exciting first half of basketball. I know I'm excited about the second half. I can't wait. Let's go in the locker room and see what these guys are up to. Back at you. We actually have a halftime performance. John, here we are with the COO himself, the man that put this basketball league together, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Askew. John, congratulations. It's the inaugural game. Tell us a little bit about what you thought about this competitive play that we saw in the first half.
Well, as we see, guys still have a lot left in the tank, Zach. There's a lot of different reasons why they're not playing at the highest level anymore. And it's, one of the things I always say is that you have to have an opportunity to continue to show that you still have a certain skill set. And as you can see, these guys still have at least a quarter of a tank left in the gas at a high level.
Yes, they do. I was really impressed by the LA Ball Club coming back at the end of that second quarter. About a 2-point ball game. These guys are competitive. They want to win. Smush Parker just started taking the game over. Give us your thought about some of these guys and their competitiveness.
Well, early on, you didn't know what to expect because one team is obviously a lot bigger than the other team. So I was kind of concerned with size taking apart. But you see, quickness is always quickness, Jack. As you were in the NFL, your quickness overcame size, and we saw that changeover in the second half where quickness outbeat the actual size itself. And then a couple of guys caught fire. Sagana Gaines, as you can see, he still looks like he's got 22-year-old legs, the way he's getting up and down the court. And older 5'5" Earl Morgan, we're calling him buckets, and he's impressive as well.
Yes, it is, and your coaches. I mean, I had a chance to spend some time on the sideline. I mean, the great Kenny Anderson, Mitch Richmond. I mean, these guys are making adjustments on the sidelines. Tell us about having such legendary coaches coaching these ball clubs.
Yeah, well, the best teachers were actually students at one time of the game. And with these guys, with their competitive pedigree and playing at the highest level, Mitch Richmond being a Hall of Famer, Kenny Anderson being a former former NBA All-Star with the wealth of knowledge and having a double-digit career, obviously with all of that education, you know, brings out that side of them to actually teach these guys to continuously be competitive.
Well, we're all excited, man. It was a great first half, and it's just a little bit of a preview of what we're going to see from primetime basketball here going out.
Yeah, this is our inaugural game. I expected the basketball to be great, and I'm expecting that that this is going to catch on pretty quick. You know, obviously, Jack, this is our first of 4 games that we're playing in actually 4 different cities. And Chicago's up next, then New Jersey, and then we're in L.A.
So you definitely have not given us any shortness of great venues. I mean, this Miami arena is very impressive. The people are enjoying themselves. The kids are here enjoying themselves. We have some amazing halftime performances going on. You have not held anything back, John.
No, it's just going to get better and better, Jack. You know how anything goes. You know, you learn what works, and then you change and modify some of the things that you can improve. And this is, like I said, I can't be happier to see what we're doing, you know, out on the court, adding different elements. I even like the MC on the court. You know, I wish regular NBA games can have an MC on the court that can actually commentate and get the crowd into it the way he's doing it.
And you got an MC who's been in the and-ones and on and on and on. You got legendary people throughout this venue. Also, let's talk a little bit about Byron Scott, who's, you know, Byron Scott's the CEO of the Primetime Basketball, someone I know that you brought on and have worked really close with. I know he got a chance to address all the players and the coaches before the game. Tell us how important that he is and having him as a part of this, such a legendary man in the game of basketball.
Well, I couldn't be more honored to actually had the opportunity to help recruit Byron to come to this. You know, we knew early on we had to have a winner at the top, who's won at all levels, who's won collegiately as a player, who's won professionally world championships as actual player himself, and also has coached at the highest level. You know, winning Coach of the Year in the NBA, taking his team back-to-back finals with a small, undersized team. You know, he's very important to the guys, and he's relative, Jack. And when I say he's relative, all of these players out here at some point or another, they actually played for Byron or either played against him. So his impact is felt all out on the court. And I know right now, you know, he's called me several times. His heart's into this, Jack, and he's going to make sure. But prior to us actually scheduling this game, he already had a commitment out of the country. And, you know, we said that we carry the weight for him until next week.
Definitely, his presence is felt. You can tell all the players in the locker room, as you said, have the utmost respect for Mr. Byron Scott. And I'm excited to see all the impact that he's going to have on this league to make it flourish here in the future. But let's get a little peep at these amazing dancers. These are the primetime dancers, right?
Primetime dancers for Miami, Jack.
Miami has, you know, Miami always has the talent, and they can dance. It's a place that has a lot of culture, rhythm, and so you did not hold anything back, John. We are having a blast here, right here at the University of Miami basketball arena.
Thank you, Jack. We're honored that you're here with us and doing your part, Jack, and basically commentating and doing your thing, brother. We couldn't have a better person at the wheels.
Anytime, John, man.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So you just heard from COO John Askew, who had, you know, with his hands put this basketball league together. He had a vision for a long time. And, you know, as I said before, CEO Byron Scott is leading the helm. And as you can all see, great quality players, great quality coaches. We're going to have an exciting second half of basketball coming up here shortly. Should we go to the locker room? Should we go to the locker room?
Let these little things slip out of my mind. The owner says hello. This is how we do. Coming back to you.
It's 48-46, Miami with the home court advantage and the hometown lead. It's Matt Ryan, Rex Walters here with you in the inaugural broadcast of the Primetime Basketball League. And Coach, what's your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think first of all, LA, we talked about it a little bit. They got to do a better job. Both teams got to do a better job in transition defense, making sure you're back when the shot goes up. I think LA's got to figure out what they're going to do in pick and roll. I think that they made a decision to make Carlos Arroyo beat them with shooting, not necessarily with his passing. They did a much better job of that.
How do you keep Arroyo away from the ball, or how do you kind of create situations where he can't distribute as effectively as he's been?
Well, I think that you just got to make a decision. You're going to show, and then the point guard's going to have to make a conscious effort to get back in front, or make him shoot contested twos.
And look at this, some of the great stuff we saw in the first half. Sundiata Gaines had an amazing first half. How do you think Gaines is going to be in the second half? Do you think he's going to have that same kind of motor, that same kind of pressure, or do you think, hey, he's in his 30s, he's been playing for a while, can he give that same kind of energy heading into the second half?
He looks fresh. I mean, he's running by guys that are going full speed, and it looks like he's going in slow motion in terms of how he's moving. So it's easy for him right now, and he looks like he's in great shape. That should not be a problem for him.
And we got to give a shout out to some of the people watching us all around the world, absolutely free. And we want to thank Barbie Baby and Greatest for All for giving us a follow. If you're watching us, hit the follow button, hit the like button, talk to us in the chat, let us know what you're thinking and what you're doing. And if you want to be a part of the conversation on social media, the best way to do that is use the hashtag #RunItBack. That's the hashtag #RunItBack, and next week we're running it back to Chicago. And we're going to be bringing it to New York and also Los Angeles. This is not the last time you're going to see the Los Angeles Superstars in the Primetime Basketball League. And when you look at what LA's been able to do, we thought going into this game, Rex, that LA was going to run the table. We thought they had the advantages, they had the star power, but Miami was finding ways to neutralize them. What were some of the things you saw that Miami was able to do in the first half?
Well, the biggest thing is LA's not been able to keep Miami off the glass. So sometimes Miami's missing quality shots, but they're getting second looks. And that's just a demoralizing thing when you play pretty good defense and then Miami gets the offensive rebound. So they got to do a better job in that area. I think shot quality is really, really important for LA. Too many shots off the bounce, early contested shots off the bounce from three. It hasn't been effective for them. Saying all that, they're only down 2, so it's definitely a winnable game, but they've got to really concentrate on the offensive end of getting the shot that they want, not the shot that that individual player wants, and then they've got to do a better job on the glass, keeping Miami off the glass and eliminating those second shots.
Do you think these two teams are meshing? Do you think that they were able to find their footing? Because Miami seems to have really been gelling. As you said earlier, Arroyo knows how to run a team. He knows how to be that center point and be that key to distribution. Do you think that LA, that maybe with all that star power, all these guys are not used to not taking a back seat per se, but not able to kind of see where everything is all at the same time?
Well, Carlos is the perfect type of point guard if you have guys that really want to score, because he wants to get guys going. It'll be interesting to see if they, like I said before, LA makes Carlos Arroyo beat them by scoring. That'll be an adjustment for him.
All right, let's head on over to JB. JB talking to the coach.
Right. We are ready to start the second half of basketball right here. Coach Anderson, give us your perspective, what you're looking at going into this half.
They're great.
Oh, we want to, get up and down, and flow, easy flow, basketball, move the ball, move bodies. The first half, the last 6 minutes of that half, we ran out of gas. So I got to do a better job shuttling guys in and out. Get their breath, they second wind, and get them out there and play. So I think that's what hurt us.
Yeah, these guys are playing some pretty competitive ball, man. They had a little bit of run at the end of that second quarter. What do you think you're going to have to do moving the ball around here in this second half to take advantage of your size?
I like what we did. We moved the ball. We contested. I just think on the defensive end that's hurt us the last 5-6 minutes of the second quarter going into the half. But we just got to play fluidly and look for the mismatches, the size advantage, but not every time down. We want it to come naturally.
Definitely, and this is the first time these guys have played together.
Exactly.
So
with no practice or nothing. So we just trying to put little things in, and these are pros, professionals. They know how to play the right way.
that's right. Well, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You heard it. Kenny Anderson, the legend, getting his team ready for this second half of basketball. It should be an exciting one. They ran out of gas, ran out of steam a little bit, but they're going to try to play on both ends of the court, and it should be a good one. Let's go find us a couple guys from the LA basketball team.
All right, thank you so much, JB. It's Matt Ryan, Rex Walters. It's the large man and the coach with you, calling all the action right here in the Primetime Basketball League. And the Wolf says hello, which sounds like some sort of secret code, but it's the screen name of the people that are following us, watching us all across the world. That's the great thing about Primetime Basketball, is that we're given access to so many people to watch us from all walks of life, and we have so many different great personalities on the court, off the court. Jim Jones is playing a little later today. Got to hear him sound check earlier, and that was pretty awesome. And as LA gets into their shoot-around, right now, Coach, what are the two keys for each team that you think they need heading into this third quarter?
I think the number one thing is transition defense. Let's eliminate layups. Let's make sure we get to shooters. I think for whatever team does a better job of that gives themselves an advantage. The second thing is shot quality. The quality of shot that each team's taking. You can't take a me shot at quick contested three. You've got to be willing to make the extra pass, get more shots off the pass so you can attack closeouts or knock down the open three.
All right. Thank you so much. 48-46, your score. We got a fresh set of 10 minutes and a fresh 24 on the clock, and we're getting things locked and loaded for our third quarter. I think this is the quarter that LA kind of figures it out. I think that they've seen what Arroyo can do for 2 quarters. I'm thinking Coach Richmond may have had some colorful language to make some requests at halftime. And right now, LA with the ball to start us off. The pass over to Boykins. Up over, gets it through for 3. And LA takes the lead.
Yeah, great play out of the timeout. Little flare screen for Boykins. Boykins with the drive, draw, and then throw back to Cook for the open 3.
Up and in there, and a fleeting moment, a fleeting lead for LA. As Miami gets it back, and that'll be a foul on Byers.
Yeah,
we
talked about transition defense. I'm sorry. On a made shot, you can't give up an open 3 on the other end that quickly in the first 5 seconds. And it was an open catch-and-shoot 3.
Artest to, Metal World Peace to inbound. Kicks it up to Kareem Rush. Rush now over to Smush Parker. Parker won't get that one to fall. Rebounded by Will Frisbee. Arroyo going right side. Pass down low to Frisbee. Gets it up, gets it in there. And Miami building back that lead. Making it 52-49. Boykins, yes sir. He gets a 3 ball in there.
Yeah, late switch on that one by Arroyo. Boykins gets an open pull-up 3, open pull-up 2 against Petro. Sorry.
Driving inside, Johan Petro. Putting some petrol in that one, getting Parker down and getting the basket, making it 54-51.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to face front Petro. He's just too big. You can throw it over the top. Too big a target.
For 3. And a great attempt there by LA to kind of pull the big man off of that rebound, but Miami gets it back. Byers, nothing doing, rebounded by Meta World Peace. Boykins covered by Arroyo, top of the key, and once again leaving their center out into the open. Flare pass there. Looking like Ryan Tannehill down the street.
Yeah, Brian just got to get to a second action right there. Go to the pick and roll. You don't have to make anything spectacular. Last thing you want is an unforced turnover.
Knocked out. Loose ball and a bit of a low pitch there by Will Frisbee.
Frisbee's he's a big dude. He could hurt you falling on top of your ankle. Brian did a pretty good job of getting out of his way.
Parker Over to Boykins. Boykins covered by Arroyo. Screen set right in front of us here. Picked up by Petro, but he'll pull off and give Boykins the opportunity to get that basket up and in. 54-53. Miami up by 1.
Poor communication between Petro and Arroyo. They end up not getting matched up.
But Arroyo tried to answer back. Good pull-up jumper, but not falling. And Parker goes left side, gets the ball knocked out. And a great play there by Derek Byers.
Yeah, great swipe on the ball. Ends up going off Parker's leg.
Balkman, top of the key to Arroyo. 7:19 left to go in the third period. Gets through the screen to Petro. Up over, no good. But he'll go to the line. And number 43, Brian Cook. He says, my bad, he'll take the foul.
Yeah, Earl Boykins got to get a little more ball pressure. He's got to get through these screens. Petro's a big boy. When he sets the screen, though, it's hard to get through, but Boykins got to do a better job. Carlos right now is he's like Peyton Manning as a quarterback with lots of time. He's just going to pick you apart with that much time and vision.
But if you're going to pick anybody on Miami to take foul shots right now, if you're LA, it's Petro. Make the big man, make the 7-footer go to the line. He'll take the shot, and he gets it in there.
You gave him the kiss of death. He must have heard you talking.
I owe you $10.
I'm bragging about Arroyo all I am, but they're still only up 2 after the first 2.5 minutes.
Up over, no good. Rebounded by Meta World Peace. Over to Boykins, gets it in there, and LA will take a 1-point lead. And that just in a trip that I think Mitch Richmond said something that inspired him in the locker room. LA finding that star power, finding a way to coexist and get things going, and I think that they're using stamina to kind of make Miami tired.
Yeah, the ball pressure's picked up, the activity's picked up, they're pushing the basketball.
Boykins peels out to Parker, to Cook, to Meta. Meta from nearly quarter of away from the three-point line.
Still better ball movement by LA. It's much better to watch in the second half, and that's why they got the lead.
And Arroyo making a rare shot, but gets that one up and in to regain the lead by 1. Been some great basketball here today from both sides. Pass down low. Meta, bang! LA continuing to build the lead, 57-59, a 2-point lead now as Arroyo has the ball. Top of the key, goes left side. No, he'll go right down Main Street, the jumper. Petro, second chance, and ties this one up.
Yeah, that's demoralizing. You get them to shoot the shots you want to pull up 2, but you give up the offensive rebound.
Timeout call by Los Angeles. And we'll see Cook and Gibson come back in, and we'll take a look at this replay here. Look at Arroyo. Finds that great spot, gets that shot, drops it right in. And speaking of great shots, let's get a shot at JB. JB, what's going on?
In this quarter alone, and he scored about 15 points in this ball game. He's had an incredible. I'm gonna try to get an interview with him. Let's go. Coach Richmond, what kind of adjustments you gonna make in this quarter?
Well, we made our adjustments. I think our guys are starting to get their rhythm. We had a lot of open shots the first half. So this half, we're getting our feet up under us. We'll be all right.
Earl Boykins is on fire.
Hey, man, that's what he does, man. The guy, when he wake up, man, he's a living bucket. He's a living bucket getter. That's what he does.
You heard it from the legend, Mitch Richmond. Earl Boykins is the living bucket. And if you're watching this game right now, you know everything that he's touching right now is hitting the bottom of the net.
Thanks, JB. It is 59-59. A close game, a tie game coming off of that LA timeout, and they'll inbound the ball right near us here. Do you think that was a smart timeout? Do you think that they needed that coming off of that basket?
Who called timeout?
What?
Who called timeout?
I think LA called timeout.
He wants. Mitch has been pretty good after timeouts about running sets, so maybe he wants to get a quality look and get some momentum.
Boykins with the finger roll. Timeout gets him a 2-point lead. And Mitch Richmond on the bench looking like the cat who ate the canary, a big smile on his face. Arroyo top of the key, 15 left on the shot clock. Looking to create some openings. Pass down low. Boykins playing effective defense, but height was a major factor there as Diawara with the basket.
Great patience by DRR to get the shot he wanted.
To the corner. Off the backboard, off the rim, not good, but Gadsden now. Traveling right down.
Good transition defense by LA. Get the ball stopped, protect the paint. Get the turnover.
LA now, Boobie Gibson with the pass. Down low, Cook. Up over, no. Pardon me, that was Thompson with the pass. And the shot by Sundiata Gaines.
It's been a little bit of a shift in momentum in terms of how hard LA is playing now. The ball movement's much better. They're sharing the ball, and now they're getting out in transition, getting to the foul line and getting more layups.
And Hubbard will be getting the foul. 3 fouls for Miami, only 1 for Los Angeles. Miami's been in foul trouble all game, and that's the first basket up and in for Gaines to break the logjam 62-61.
If you look at these rosters right now, I mean, you got Boykins, you got Boobie, you got Sundiata, you got some Kareem Rush, you got some shooters on the floor. They can really make a run right here.
But that just shows you how Miami's been able to kind of come together and use their natural abilities. Arroyo trying to get past Boykins. To Diawara now. Top of the key. Slides to the right. Couldn't get that one to fall. Rebounded by Los Angeles, but picked up and stolen. Tried to keep it going, and there's a whistle.
Just the strength of Mo Evans right there. Stops the ball handler, then gets a hand on it. It's a heck of a play.
Great play, and Brian Cook coming in now for Kareem Rush. And it'll be Miami ball right in front of their own bench. And we'll take a look at this replay here. Great defense there.
Now, LA has made an adjustment in terms of they want to make Arroyo beat them with shooting in the pick and roll.
The inbound to Arroyo, top of your screen. Pulls up, the jumper blocked. But Thompson's block ends up back in Arroyo's hands, but that's out of bounds in LA ball.
Great defense by Earl Boykins. Caught the move, stayed in front, didn't reach. Ball gets dribbled out of bounds.
Boykins. Whistle called, and there's a foul. That will be on Diawara. LA will get the ball. Sundiata Gaines to inbound for LA. Bounce pass to Boykins. Boykins having a great game himself. Over to Cook. Knocked up into the air, and
just a bet move by Brian Cook.
And
nice,
another foul, 5th foul of the quarter for Miami. Mitch Richmond confers with Earl Boykins. Pardon me, that's
Hubbard's got to do a better job of sliding his feet and getting his hands off and out. He gets his hands in, and all Brian did was just jump into the arm to get the foul call. It's a veteran move by Brian Cook.
First one, nothing but the rim. So he'll take a chance to make this a 3-point lead, and he'll walk away with that. 64-61, the Superstars leading over the Beach Kings. Gadsden calling for a play. Arroyo not the ball handler on this set. That's interesting. Off the screen. Pass over to Arroyo, top of the key. Right in the orange part of the U. The pass, the shot. Off the rim, no good. Arroyo gets the ball taken away. Boykins will knock this one out of play.
LA dodged a bullet right there. Gaines left the strong side corner, gave up the 3. That can't happen.
Arroyo with the pass, the shot. Miami cannot buy a bucket in this 3rd quarter. Look at that! Sundiata Gaines having an amazing game today. Beautiful layup.
He is playing in his prime. Great speed and athleticism, plays through contact, has great lift. Like when he jumps off the floor, there's pop. So he can cover ground and get to where he wants to go to.
And great defense here. They are knocking the ball out of play, trying to stymie a Miami chance, but pick pop, no good. Rebounded by LA. Here comes Boykins, covered by Diawara for three. Nothing doing. Last touch by Thompson, and that one will go out of play. Miami ball.
That's called a heat check by Earl Boykins. He wanted to see just how hot he is.
Arroyo swings through, finds a lane, takes the pass, but Mo Evans wasn't ready. Arroyo for three. Bang! Ties this one. Gets him within two, 66-64.
And Mo Evans passed up a good one, got a better one for Carlos.
Gaines looking to keep this lead for LA. Up into the air, tipped around. Off the rim, but great move there by Cook, trying to get it over to Thompson. A little street ball move, though.
Great touch pass.
Great finesse, great footwork, up, over, and in there. Basket by Will Frisbee, but getting a lot of help there from Cheyenne Gadsden, who picks up Boobie Gibson on defense. Pass to Boykins for three. Not in this house. Miami gets the ball back, tie game 66-66. Arroyo kicked over to Gadsden. Gadsden double covered, nearly triple covered for three, wide open. 69-66. What'd you see there, Coach?
Just great unselfish play. Gadsden passed up a contested two, drawed two people, and kicked it over to Mo Evans. Mo Evans knocked down a three with lots of time.
Bang! Brian Cook answering the bell off of the pass from Boykins. Anything they can do, Miami is trying to do better. Goes down Broadway, looking for an option. Up, over, yes sir. Arroyo flashing some skills as a scorer. The shot, the drive, Gaines again making it look pretty.
Great hesitation move, freezes the defense, and then with his athleticism is able to blow by.
Gadsden, bottom of your screen, right side. Put some pressure on the double coverage. Gadsden loses it, trying to maintain possession, passed up over to number 34, that's Will Frisbee. Frisbee showing some great handles. Up on Cook, the pass to Arroyo. Gets past Boykins, off the rim, keeps it in the tip in by Evans.
Yeah, that's a demoralizing play again. You've got to put a body on him when the shot goes up.
And a fan goes home with a basketball as LA tried to keep the pressure going. And Smush Parker will check back in for Boykins, who walks a little gingerly off the court. And Gadsden will inbound for Miami.
You gotta love the way Carlos Arroyo plays. There's a reason why this guy's gone overseas and won championships.
Behind the back pass to Frisbee, 42 seconds left to play. Can't get it going. A sea of red down there, no Beach Kings. And there's a foul on number 34, Will Frisbee, the hometown boy. 73-71 your score. And LA will go to the line here.
Be interesting to see if Miami tries to go 2 for 1 right here. Carlos is a pretty smart guy. He may try to get a quick one up so he can get the ball back for the last shot. We'll see. We'll see.
About a 13-second difference between shot and game. Did some quick math there on that one, folks. For a shot up and in for number 35, Dejon Thompson.
I'm not a big 2 for 1 guy. I'm a big get a quality shot guy, but they may try to go quick here.
They wanted to get the 2 buckets. They wanted to tie this one up, 73 apiece. 33 seconds. The pass, and there's a foul. That'll be on number 35. Rashad McCants. McCants making a rare appearance in this game. I think it's the first time we've called his name out tonight. 12-second shot clock difference between that shot and game clock. Arroyo gonna hold on to it for as long as he can. Off the screen for Frisbee. Shot up and in there. Great shot by Arroyo.
Now he's answered the bell. They've decided to make him beat him with shooting, and that's what he's doing. He just understands the game. He's got a great feel for the game.
Great
Carlos
pressure
Arroyo.
here by LA. Holding for last shot, won't go. Rebounded by Frisbee, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. We've got 10 more minutes of basketball, folks. Matt Ryan, Rex Walters here with you. But before that, let's head on over to JB. He's talking over to Earl Boykins. JB, what we got down over on the court?
In the third quarter, they call him buckets. You have taken this basketball game over, my man. Tell us a little bit about that nice third quarter you just had.
I just want to come out and play hard. Try to give my team a little spark so we can try to win this game.
So what do you think this fourth quarter is going to look like? You came back now. You're within 2 points. You continuing to push the ball down the court. It looks like you've gotten your team to really get behind you, man. Y'all are running the floor very well, playing on both ends. What do you think this fourth quarter is going to look like?
I think we just got to get a couple of stops. Offensively, we're sharing the ball, moving the ball. Defensively, though, we got to do better than that high pick and roll.
I like it. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
So you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Earl Boykins. Had a big third quarter. He's right now I think he's actually the leading scorer of the ball game so far. And the LA team has come back. They're battling. You know, the Miami basketball club is much bigger. But these guys have not let up. They're playing some good hard defense and running the floor. So I think we'll see a lot of exciting basketball to play here in the fourth quarter. Y'all stay tuned.
Are we going to get stats?
Right. So you just come this way. Or, you know what I mean? Or whatever. And then make the big switch. Then you go.
Let's finish these guys, man.
That's all right. Let them know. They ain't gonna know that till later. They ain't gonna know that till
10
later.
minutes left to decide this one. 2 points. Separating the two teams at 75-73. It's the first game of the Primetime Basketball League, and we're happy to be here with you. It's Matt Ryan. I got a coach next to me, Rex. What are you thinking heading into the fourth and final?
Well, number one, it's been really good basketball, and I think Arroyo's made an adjustment. He's more aggressive as a scorer in pick and rolls. I think the ball movement by LA has been much better in the third quarter. That's what's going to determine who's going to win the ball game offensively.
And now Miami's got 10 minutes to kind of turn the tide and keep the lead. Screen set. Arroyo immediately double covered. Gaines covered him. Diawara wide open. Nothing but an orange crush there, and it's not an REM song. It's rattling off the rim. Gaines inside, taken down, and here comes a steal by LA. The red menace of the LA Superstars. Playing some great defense here. For three. Off the rim, no good. That shot by Brian Cook.
I thought Brian kind of held it a little long. Just shoot it in rhythm.
Arroyo inside. Diawara won't get the basket, but he'll get Cook to draw a foul.
LA's made a little adjustment there, up more in pick and rolls now with Arroyo, but he's still finding the open man. He does a great job of just consistently making the right play over and over again.
Diawara will make another trip to the line. I feel like the Miami Beach Kings are kind of taking up real estate, prime real estate here at the line at the Watsco Center. First shot up and in.
That's what's going to happen when you put pressure on the rim. You play inside out. You give the defense a chance to make a mistake. Now all of a sudden they leave their feet on a shot fake, or they're just out of position. Because of that, they end up fouling.
Making it a 4-point lead, 77-73. In the inaugural game of the Primetime Basketball League here on Be Terrific. So glad to be with you. Matt Ryan, Rex Walters, and there's the screen. Gaines, pass top of the key. That's Cook over to the corner. Off the rim, won't go. Rebounded by Gadsden. That shot by Dijon Thompson.
Great ball movement by LA. Just come up short on the shot.
Arroyo over to number 4. Derek Byers. Byers will get that one to land.
Right play.
Another foul for LA as Meta World Peace will make his way in for number 35, Dijon Thompson.
Again, Miami just puts pressure on the rim. Arroyo drives it, draws 2 kicks. Then all of a sudden, Byers just turns the corner again, gets fouled, and then ends up making the shot. It's a free one.
Byers will go to the line here. Takes the shot up and in there. Making it 80-73. Gaines off the screen. Picked up by Arroyo, over to Boobie Gibson. Gibson passes it over, right side. Can't get that one to fall. Smush Parker with the shot. Gibson with the rebound. He'll go right back out and get it over to Parker. Parker pulls back off the jumper. That one won't go in. Rebounded now by Gadsden. Gadsden heading right down. Arroyo trying to keep it. Great movement there by Arroyo. Looked like he was shining the ball. We're trying to play one of those games of digital golf that you see at bars.
It's just Arroyo's one of those guys that he's always got control of the ball. Even when it looks like he loses control, he still maintained it and ends up getting fouled.
And we're right in front of the Miami bench on this inbound. And you see here Arroyo, great movement, great shot up and in.
You just got to guard so many different things with him. With the pass fakes, the shot
play a lot
fakes,
the first half.
obviously his ability to hit the open man on rolls. Good player.
Just check out the Miami bench. Ronaldo Baughman lounging. Pass top of the key. Up! The shot gets that one in the foul.
For what? Why we helping? Why we helping?
Let's check in with the Beach Kings coaches and see what they're thinking. Well, we're gonna check out what the coaches are saying once we get these foul shots going.
That was a bad double team, which leads to a long closeout. We fouled the jump. Frisbee had Meta World Peace under control. There was no reason to dig or double.
And there's a violation.
I don't even know why.
Everybody misjudging what was going on there.
That's something that gives coaches gray hair. Like, we just want to get possession of the ball. We got 3 guys in there. They've got 2.
I think we know why Mitch shaves his head now. That one goes up and in from Boobie Gibson. Let's check in with the Miami bench and see what coaches Strickland and Anderson are saying.
Here's the biggest thing with Miami is they actually set picks on their pick and rolls, and that's why Arroyo is able to turn the corner. You watch LA, they don't set the same type of picks. Hence, down 8.
Gaines over to Parker. Parker from the corner gets that one in there. Almost got a seat on the bench for that one. Gadsden bringing the ball down court now, kicked it to Arroyo. 7:13 left to play. Trying to not get boxed out, and Frisbee with the basket on Meta World Peace. Great movement there by the Miami grad.
Nice little right-hand jump hook over the top. He just backed in Artest.
And Gaines picking up the pressure, getting them into the 80s, 87-82. 5-point game. And now Petro. A shot attempt that was not the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
That was a bailout shot. He bailed out Brian Cook. Settled for a back foot fadeaway jump shot.
That'll be a foul on Carlos Arroyo. We have some substitutions. Diawara and Hubbard coming in for Miami. And Gadsden will come out and solo Yohan Petro.
Frisbee looks a little tired, a little gassed. Number one, guarding Meta World Peace on one end and then having to back him down on the offensive end.
So right now they've got the 5-point lead. They're trying to keep control here as Gaines has had a great performance today with the pass, the shot, up and in there.
Just a great read by Gaines. Comes off the pick, sees the
Earl
overloaded side, finds the open
Yeah, let's
man.
go, let's go!
Arroyo leaned into that shot. Pulling a Sheryl Sandberg. It doesn't yield the points. It yields for a turnover. And speaking of turnovers, Miami, and there's a foul on Gaines.
That's a tired turnover by Parker to throw it. It's also a tired catch by Meta World Peace because he didn't want it.
I don't know if he didn't want it. He was like, I'm not ready for it.
Yeah,
Give me a second.
maybe that's the better way of putting it.
Hey, come
Arroyo,
on!
pass down low to Byers. Byers turns around, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Cook. The shot.
Yeah, let's
Rolls
go!
out. Gets it up
Here
and
we
in.
go, here we go!
You got to talk in that dribble handoff screening action. You cannot give Smush Parker that kind of a look.
5:38 left to go. Arroyo
Get back,
passes
get back!
it over to Diawara.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to put some pressure.
Yeah, let's go!
Trying to get the ball. Cook knocks it out. There's a foul. That'll be another foul.
On the line?
All right, let's hear what Mitch Richmond has to say after that call. It'll be a tough. But before that, we're going to have a timeout. Timeout called. Your score 87-86.
Oh, shit.
Close and contentious basketball. Let's hear what
But
some
you
of
got
the
to shoot a
coaches
free
have to
throw?
say.
No foul out. No foul out.
Good, good.
Teams look good, man. And it's coming down to the wire. It's a 1 point team. So 1 point ball game we have here. LA is down by 1. Miami is still battling. These guys are running the floor, getting a little bit winded, but still playing some competitive basketball. Let's go over here and check out the Miami basketball squad. Right now, Coach Kenny Anderson is making some adjustments, getting his team ready, getting a little bit of wind, called a quick timeout here. Coach Anderson, how we doing?
No, we're doing all right, man. These last 5 minutes, we just got to buckle down and play better defense. Offensive, they hitting some tough shots. We contested. We just got to get back in transition and keep playing. But I like what I see. We're all right. We up 1, 5 minutes left. Let's go. No doubt.
All right, y'all heard it. Frisbee just said the hometown hero gonna get this victory. So stay tuned.
Thank you so much, JB. It is 87-86. Rex, it's getting close. We're getting down to cutting time. We're getting down to quitting time. But first, before we figure out what's going to happen here and how this ends, let's hear from Mitch Richmond over on the LA bench.
They say he can't play? Deshaun. Hey, Deshaun.
All right. Interesting to hear what Mitch Richmond has to say. 5:28 left to go. 87-86. Hubbard going to go to the line. Do you go for the basket here? Do you try to get these free throws, or do you try to go get one off the rim and trust your rebounders, even though LA's been playing some great basketball?
In terms of Hubbard, he's got knocked out free throws. You got to take your points. Goodness gracious.
First one. We're jinxing him today.
I guess so.
We're bad luck.
Yeah.
Let's not tell Hubbard after the game that we said that. And from the line, gets the second one, 50-50. Makes it a 2-point game. Push Parker with the ball, gets past half court.
There you go.
Picked up by Byers, pass to Meta to Gaines.
Nice.
Gaines trying to find a lane to pass to Meta. The St. John's graduate hits it over. Hardly the St. John's attendee off the rim and in there.
All right, let's go.
Byers took off on the shot.
Hey, Ron.
His man ends up getting the offensive rebound for a layup. You got to rebound the ball first.
To be out.
All right, well, let's head on over after. Up over Diawara, not in my house. Smoosh Parker doing his best version of Dikembe Mutombo. And it will be LA ball here with 4:52 left to go, 88-88. And it will be
did not want to come out of the game.
And let's head on over to Mitch Richmond in the LA bench.
Stay open. Help there. They help. Let's go. Nice. Oh, Ralph. Let's go. Ralph. No foul. No foul. Oh. Run, tired of motherfucker. Run, tired of motherfucker. If you had one little athletic forward, run, you know what I mean? Run, tired of motherfucker. I don't want nothing but big motherfuckers that can shoot. That's it. That's all you need. Big motherfuckers.
Frisbee making that first shot. Pardon me, he didn't make that one. Oh yeah, he did. 89-90. You look away for 1 second, you hear everybody cheering. It's like, he made it, but I feel like I don't know why he didn't. And he makes both of them, ties this one up, 90-90. 4:23 left to play. As LA trying to steal this one. Head on down to South Beach tonight with the win in the first ever Primetime Basketball League game. In this showcase showdown. Up over, no good, but he'll go to the line.
Simple. They saw the matchup they wanted. They want Gaines versus Mo Evans. Sundiana gets to the basket, gets the foul.
And that foul will be on Will Frisbee. And he's trying to explain to the official how that was not a foul. And we'll check out here on the replay. Drive inside. Dejon Thompson with a beautiful basket. Some great shooting all around here today from both sides. Gaines to the line. That one will black eye.
Might be a little bit of the legs kicking in on Gaines a little bit. We're talking about that at halftime.
Hubbard will come out for Balkman. Hubbard will come out, Balkman in.
You got to go to your veterans. You got to go to your proven players right here. Balkman's a high-level player. You got to let him finish this game. Same thing with Artest. You got to let him finish this game. Earl Boykins, you got Smush out there.
How important right now is that second shot won't go. Rebounded by Miami on the line, picked up by Balkman and over to Arroyo. How important right now is it to keep players filtering in and out, try to keep that transition going in and out, especially they've been playing hard, not a deep bench, pass over to Gaines from Boykins. Boykins covered. Looking for an opportunity, passed over from number 35, Dejon Thompson, over to Gaines inside. Meta World Peace taking the lead for LA.
Being fresh is important, but I also think you got to have your best players on the floor. Bro, this is winning time right here. 3:30 left in the game. Let's put our best players out there and see what happens.
Frisbee trying to box out, double covered by Parker and Meta World Peace. Ball gets knocked loose and it will stay with Miami.
Probably some type of quick pick and roll with Arroyo.
9 seconds left. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets it back over the jumper. Yes, sir. Basket scored by Mo Evans.
Great screen by Frisbee. Great screen.
Parker off the rim, no good. Picked up by Arroyo. Arroyo being watched by Boykins. The pass from Diawara. Over to number 25. That's Mo Evans inside to Diawara. Back over to Evans for three. That one won't fall, but Diawara gets the offensive rebound. Smoked inside by Thompson.
Great block by Gaines. Way to stay in the play. Gaines likes his matchup right here, one-on-one.
Frisbee covering Gaines. Goes right side. Peels back. Fighting on the baseline, and Gaines can't get that one to fall. That was gift wrapped. But he had the return receipt, and Arroyo with the jumper takes the lead for Miami.
Yeah, Gaines thought he had a dunk. He had flashbacks of winning maybe 10 years ago. Made him think about it, and then he ends up missing the layup. Arroyo with a big pull-up. This guy's clutch.
Pass over to the corner. Gaines, top of the key. Wide open. Parker, no, tipped in. Ties this one back up.
Second shots will break your back. You've got to put a body on him.
Ball stolen by Boykins off the inbound. Boykins through the traffic, couldn't get it up and over. Had Thompson for the pass, looking for a foul. Frisbee tries and he'll take the foul. I don't know if he gets an Emmy or a Tony, but beautiful, beautiful movement there by Frisbee.
He also talks about the strength of Smush Parker. I mean, he literally laid him out. And nothing dirty, nothing mean. He just dropped his right shoulder into his chest and put him on his back.
And we got a timeout. Let's head on over to our third man, Jack Brewer. But before that, let's take a look at this play here. Bounce inside the Meta World piece. Beautiful layup. Jack, what do you got for us down court side?
And all having great fun. So I am super excited to check out the last few minutes of this game. We got 1:48 seconds. Back at you. Check it out.
The inaugural game at the U.
That's right, baby. The U.
That's your alma mater.
So I got to do work.
Yeah.
I got to go in there, let everyone know, yeah, you're in my house. This is my home. You know, I'm excited to be back on my old stomping grounds and just show and prove.
I heard you had a little bit to do with getting the first game here at the U.
Yeah, you know, I pulled a little strings, had a couple phone calls with some people, but I'm glad we got it done.
There's something special. There's certain schools that there's something special about. There are a lot of big schools, but there's something special about the U. It seems like Miami guys, once they come down here, whether they leave, they never fully leave. They always have this kinship.
Just that Hurricane pride. You know, we bleed orange and green. You know, I know that all of my UM fans, my UM alma mater, if you bleed those colors, man, just make sure you're at that game.
94-94 left to go. 1:48 left to go. Tie game. Matt Ryan, Rex Walters here with you. You got to interview Roy Williams this week for your podcast. If Coach Roy was standing right here, right now, what do you think he would tell the LA players?
Get the shot that we want. That's the biggest thing. Defensively, get the shot we want. Let's make sure that we pull in, eliminate layups, close out hard to shooters, box out, rebound, and you'll win this game.
Some real deal analysis there. Frisbee will be going to the line. Takes that shot. That will bounce off the rim, and Miami still in this here. Coach Richmond called for box out. Gotta wonder what's gonna come out of this here. This shot could decide the game for Miami. Frisbee can't get it to fall. That one goes out of play. LA ball.
They dodged the bullet right there. LA definitely dodged the bullet.
It's 1:47 left to go. Will Frisbee, the hometown kid, had a chance to sink 2 baskets, make it 2 points, make Miami a little bit clearer in the victory column. But Boykins now passes it over to Parker. Smush Parker looking for the lead. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Arroyo. They need to come back from the edge. They need the rebound from that missed shot from the line from Frisbee. Frisbee needs to redeem himself here. He called for the ball. It's covered by Parker, but it goes over to Arroyo. For 3, Diawara, yes sir, in Miami. Grabbing the lead back, taking it up by 3.
Gaines just relaxed for a second, left his man open. Diawara knocks him down. Big play.
Parker and Richmond having words on from the bench. Now that's Earl Boyd gets covered by Arroyo. 1 minute to go, 3-point game. And there's a foul on Will Frisbee. Frisbee might be inside his own head there, Coach, after missing those foul shots.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt them. They're not in the bonus yet. That puts them at 4. They're still in good shape. Carlos is really trying to push all the side pick and rolls down. And Borkins is getting ahead of steam and puts pressure on the big fella.
58.8 seconds left to go. And the hometown crowd giving Will Frisbee some love as he heads back to the bench.
You don't always get a standing ovation when you miss 2 free throws, but I guess he's in Miami. It's all about the love.
Derek Byers coming in, the kid out of Vanderbilt. And you can see Will on the bench trying to suss things out. I actually got to speak with Will Frisbee last night a little bit. Great guy, loves basketball, loves what we're doing here in the Primetime League. The 3 attempt, can't get that one to fall. Kept in play, and Miami, you can hear the crowd, they're not happy as LA keeps that one.
Referee saw Meta World Peace, said, which way do you want it, Meta? You're a big guy.
And we got a little bit of tension here between Farmer and one of the officials.
Spectating, you gotta go get the rebound.
You think these guys don't want to win? These guys want to win.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot
Get the board.
of testosterone.
Carlos, gotta get that rebound. Watch it. You all right? Hey, we need to stop. Yep, we need to stop.
We get the rebound.
We need to stop the rebound.
Who else we have? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Smush.
Hey, Smush. Come on, let's go. Smush, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Smush, who else here?
Who's in the game? Who's in the game?
Super competitive ball game. Let's go over
Gang,
and get a little
gang,
bit closer
hey,
and,
all right,
and
gang,
hear from
take it out.
Coach Kenny
Ron,
Anderson.
You here. Here. Catch it here. Fill out games.
We gotta hit the boards. Box out and get that ball.
Coach Anderson, what are you telling your boys going into
We
these
need
last
to
49
stop.
seconds?
We need one stop. Box out and go after the rebound. Yeah.
Good luck, Coach.
Got to take the points. Look for high pick and roll with Carlos.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. 17 seconds between shot and game. Ball knocks loose to the corner, kept by Miami. The shot off the backboard. Meta World Peace passes it down court to Boykins. Boykins, the pass over to Parker. Up, over, time. LA takes the lead with 12.8 seconds left to go. Timeout, Miami.
I thought Carlos's pass faked out Maurice Evans. He wasn't ready on the catch. It was such a, it's like he bounced it and flicked it a la Pete Maravich right on the money to Mo Evans, and Mo wasn't expecting it.
Well, let's go over to our own pistol, JB, in just a second. Let's take a look at this here. Parker just going right down off the glass. Great positioning there. And JB, you're in a great position. How are we looking? 12.8 left.
12.8 seconds in a 1-point ball game. I can't believe it. This has been so exciting. Primetime Basketball League, ladies and gentlemen. Primetime Basketball League is playing some primetime ball today. Smush Parker just made a super big scored, took it to the hole, made a nice bucket, and this has just become a super competitive game, and I can't wait. These last 12.8 seconds could be ESPN, plays of the day, all of that. Just stay tuned. It's coming down to the wire.
Thanks, JB. And let's take a look at this replay here. Right down to Gaines, up, over, and drops that basket in. Some great basketball here today. And right now, Rex, 12.8 seconds left to go to decide this one. It's not only about the win, it's about being the team that wins the first game in league history. You want to live in the record books, and you don't want to live in that loss column.
Yeah, I want to put the ball in Arroyo's hands. I want to get a high pick and roll so they can't dictate which way he goes. And then we shoot it around him.
Arroyo covered by Boykins, under 10 seconds. Arroyo puts up the jumper, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by LA, foul.
It's actually pretty good play. It was misdirection, floppy action by Miami. All misdirection just so Carlos could go one-on-one and shoot over Boykins. He just hit the back rim. The game's not over even if he makes both. If he makes both, you call timeout. If he misses the second, do you risk it with 3.2? I say you gotta take the points, call timeout, and get a stop.
On the line. Sinks the first one. 2-point game. LA may want to get to the century mark here. Fans in the crowd trying to play back some officials.
Yeah,
that's a violation.
Gotta leave the referees alone, man. They're working hard. They're doing a good job.
Shot. That one lands. Dijon Thompson makes both, and it's now 100-97. Both teams in the bonus. Both with 5 fouls apiece. 30-second timeout. Rex, right now, if you're on the Miami bench, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, you want to get some type of
the ball is out there.
Screen to screen
Run
around.
a stagger. Run a stagger. You know what I'm saying? Like a box set. The ball's out of yeah. Box, yeah. Mo here. He's the 4 and the 5. The 4 and the 5 is gonna come. The 4 and the 5 is gonna Mo. You gonna get the 3. If not, we don't have a choice. 4 and the 5 gonna come and set the screen. He's gonna just run on and get it to him. Shot. Screen him. Yeah. Everybody's spot. Yeah. Fake in. Hey, also, this guy in the corner, fake in and pop back out 3. You got it? You got 3 looks. Mo, got the ball over there. Mo, right here. Yes.
8.2 seconds left.
Mo.
97-100. Miami down by 3. Matt Ryan, Rex Walters here at the Watsco Center at the University of Miami. The first game in the history of the Primetime Basketball League, streaming around the world, and Miami has 3.2 seconds to try and tie. Who do you put in the ball? Who do you give the ball to?
I try to get to Mo Evans. He's the first look.
2 seconds. Diawara can't get it to fall. And Los Angeles, the Superstars, shine above the Miami Beach Kings. One last shot would not fall. And your final score, Los Angeles 100, Miami 97. And a great sign of respect from both sides here. Great game. Let's go over to JB.
Should have dunked it. I lied to you, man. I apologize.
But you got the W, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. It feels good, man. It feels good to be back out here, man.
I bet, man. Nice watching you, brother. As we can see, ladies and gentlemen, big ball game. LA started off slow, but they came through with the victory. Let's go talk to the winning coach. Come on, Cook. Come on over here, man.
Thank you so much,
game.
JB. But we've got over number 43, Brian Cook, talking with JB. Let's hear what they're saying.
At the same time, man, everybody came out, they performed.
You gotta get some plays. No, don't have our shit. We gotta have some practice. We gotta
You looking forward to the next one?
Good job. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. It's in Chicago, so you guys come out, man. It'll be good. Primetime Basketball League. Let's go.
That's right. You heard from the man himself. Cook played an amazing game, primetime basketball. Let's go over here now and talk to the winning coach, Coach Mitch Richmond.
I thought it was in. Yeah.
Coach Richmond?
Yes.
You did an amazing job, man. You guys came back, battled back the entire second half, man. How did it feel?
Feel great. It was a good showing. Both teams played hard. A little winded, but it was a good showing for the first one.
Yeah, the guys, they look happy to be back on the court, man.
Yes.
A lot of them, man.
Yes.
Tell us how does it feel for these guys to, they've been off, a lot of them retired, haven't played in a while. Yeah. How special is it to be back to competing?
It's always special because I remember when I retired, I just stopped playing. I stopped playing probably about 6 years ago. And so I know if it was somewhere I could play and somewhere like in this setting, I would have been there. So I'm just excited to be a part of it. And these guys are going to get in better shape, and they're going to even have a better showing.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
That's the great Mitch Richmond. Just led his team to victory.
Got to do. All right. Oh, hold on. All right, let's go. Did they get everybody?
100-97, your final score here. We are live here at Be Terrific at the Watsco Center in the University of Miami. Matt Ryan, Rex Walters here with you. What a game. What a great way to start off the PBL.
And it's also great. I just look on the court how interactive it is with the fans. The fans get to say hello to the players, get an autograph, shake a hand. But it was. Our fans got their money's worth tonight. Great basketball. Guys played hard. They really competed. You saw the skill level, high skill level. Guys that maybe, a few years past, their most athletic time, but still in the prime in terms of living and playing this great game, playing it the right way. I thought it was a really fun game to watch.
It was a really fun game to watch and a really fun game to call. It was awesome watching it with you guys.
It's just like, having the birth
All right, well, let's head on down over to JB. JB's down in that mass of humanity. JB, what you got?
Situation and finally get an opportunity to see the birth of this man is just incredible. I'm in euphoria right now, Jack. I'm just keeping my composure, brother. I'm glad I got to share this with you, man. Definitely, brother. Yes,
well,
sir.
Congratulations, man. This is not one single second was there not excitement on that floor. The guys are playing their butts off, man, and they so excited to be back on the court. It's like they all got a second chance, and you can feel it. And that, as a former athlete myself, that's truly something that's humbling, and I'm just happy to be a part of this, John.
Yeah, thank you, Jack, man. I'm glad to be a part of it. And I want to turn around to a special person and pull her in real quick. I want to pull Claire Woods in.
Claire, how are you, Claire?
I'm great. How are you?
You've been a huge supporter of this Primetime Basketball League. Tell us, how does it feel to see this game come to fruition and have such a competitive matchup today?
Well, I tell you, it's wonderful. It was a surprise that it's this competitive this quick. I mean, they turned it up in the third quarter, and it looked like we really had a basketball game. I'm thrilled that we finally did this. John and I have been rooting for this for a long time, and I think that we're going to do something here that we make history and help a lot of people.
That's right. Now, talk to a few of the players. They are just so excited and happy to be back on the floor. So you brought these great athletes a second chance. Tell us a little bit of how that feels.
Well, I'm a huge fan. I wasn't like to think I'm a weekend one. And I know what it's like to be, to play for years and years, or even a couple of years, and then all of a sudden not have a place to go, and it evaporates our whole world practically. And the transition can be very challenging at times. And I think that John had an amazing vision of developing something that is to help, first of all, the players, but also to offer something for people, for the parents and their children, to be able to go and see a event, a professional sports event that most of them have never even had the opportunity. And the fact that they're so interactive and they just play, just look around, look and see what's happening. It's amazing what we're doing. And as these kids, hopefully, and I do believe that the influence that they have on these children can make a difference in their life too, and what they believe they can do one day.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for your support, Claire. Thank you. We had a legend himself, Mr. Meta World Peace. Meta, you guys battled back, man, came up with the victory. I've heard so many guys say it just feels good to be back on the court. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's good, just to be back playing organized basketball, cameras, TV, fans. It was cool, man. Basketball is a huge sport, and it's so many basketball players and so many basketball fans. You have the NBA, which is the #1 league in the world. Then you have all these other leagues. You got overseas and NCAA. You got Big Three and JBA. You got Primetime, and I feel like Primetime is going to be around for a long time. Full court basketball. A lot of guys don't get a chance to play in other leagues. Can play here. So, I mean, it's really good for not only for the game, but for the people who love to play the game and are good enough to play the game on this floor. There was a lot of really good talent out here tonight.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit. Obviously, we have more games coming up. I think Chicago's the next game. But will we see you playing? Are you going to continue to play in this league?
Well, I'm definitely going to play. I'm older now, but I still like to play. I got my own basketball, operation going, my own basketball platform. So I'm working on that, but it's important that I play to support other guys that want to play. So if I can lend my face and it keeps the league going for other guys that want to play, that's why I play.
Man, that's truly humbling, man. I can tell you right now, I don't think people were expecting such a competitive matchup, man. You could really see that this is some premier talent out here.
It really is. It really is. And, basketball content, some of the #1 content in the world, and advertisers and brands love to sponsor live events, definitely sporting events. And it's very necessary, for more leagues like this. So when you leave the NBA or you don't have the opportunity to play in that type of league, or you can't go to China or overseas, you can keep a good enough talent right here in America and get this thing going. So I'm very, very excited, about basketball and where basketball's going.
Well, you mean so much to the Primetime Basketball League, man. For you just being here, having a presence here, I want to thank you. I know the whole league wants to thank you, man, and keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. Good luck to y'all. Absolutely.
You heard it from the great Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. Story basketball career. He came out here, competed, played, helped lead his team to a victory. We're going to get a couple more interviews before we're going. All right. Mr. Petro, can I get you?
It's a weird game of Where's Waldo.
What's that?
Weird game of Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, JB. Your final score, once again, 100-97.
How you doing?
As the fans get to meet and greet with the players here in the Primetime Basketball League. That's what it's all about, Coach. It's not just about watching great basketball. It's about meeting these guys, getting to be a part of the community, being a part of this primetime atmosphere.
No question. It is. It's about the fans. They came out. They supported. They were into the game. And our players did a great job of, like I said before, competing, playing the right way, sharing the basketball. It was a lot of fun. And so I think it's really cool right now that you see kids taking pictures, shaking hands, signing autographs, just hanging out and getting a chance to be around some great professional basketball players, guys that have won world championships, guys that have played for world championships, guys that are still playing and playing at a very, very high level.
And then you see Swish Parker with a bunch of fans. And as you said, these are the moments that matter. In this kind of atmosphere, being able to give these kids maybe their first pro basketball game and being able to see players like Smush Parker and who could still play at an elite level, and we saw it here today. When you look at the roster for today, you thought that Miami was going to have a bit of trouble trying to get into the game and try to go up against this LA team, but first quarter, they were able to keep that pressure on and make LA work. The entire first half, it felt like Miami was going to walk out with the victory. But a little bit later on, the third quarter, and especially in the fourth quarter, LA found their bearings. Mitch Richmond got his players to work a little more cohesively, and you were able to see the superstars be superstars.
Yeah, when the ball freely moves and you've got really good players moving it, all of a sudden offense starts to look beautiful. Saying all that, they also did a great job defensively, limiting some of the second shots of Miami, because Miami absolutely pummeled them in the first half on the glass. Second half, it was much better by L.A. They found a way to get a W. They found a way to put themselves in position to get a W, and that's good coaching. That's also really good players, guys that understand what it takes to win at a high level.
And right now, let's head on down as JB talks to some of the players. He's got Carlos Arroyo. JB, what do you got to say?
Ready? It's the point guard for the hometown Miami squad. Came up a little bit short, man, but you can tell that these fans are behind you every time you touch the ball. Man, how'd it feel to be back on the court?
Man, it feels great to be back home and to play against these guys. You know, it's truly an honor. A pleasure to, catch up with a lot of these guys that you play with during your NBA years. And, you can see the fans came out and supported the event. Hopefully it's a league that picks up. And, I'm a part of it. A lot of these guys are supporting it as well. So hopefully it continues to go and grow.
So how important is it, man, as I see how the kids are interacting, the families are interacting. It looks like you got a lot of support out here. Like, how important is that as a former player to be able to bring people back together?
It's great, man. It's a different fan base. A lot of these guys played in, early 2000 in the league, so this fan base we're excited to come out and see us play back here in Miami, obviously. And for me personally, to play in front of family and friends, it's exciting. I'm never here at home, so, I truly miss it. I'm just excited to be here.
And this is the first time you guys have actually played together, right? You haven't had a practice or anything.
Man, we had no practice, no warm-up. I came out, and they were like, you guys can't warm up. We're just going to go straight to the game. I was like, man, I'm 39 years old. Earl was like, man, I'm 40. I need to warm up. But, no, it was exciting, man. It was a good game to be the first one. The fans really enjoyed it, and it was competitive, too. Yeah, so we're looking forward to the next one.
No, thank you so much, man. Congratulations.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a little hard because they were coming at varying – yeah.
Let's go see who else we can get. I think we're good.
I think they want like a couple fans.
Couple fans, okay.
Yeah. But, hey, Jack, I can only go as far as right
now. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let's grab
Ryan and Rex Walters here. Rex, I think Carlos Arroyo, maybe if Miami won, player of the game.
No question.
I think Carlos would have been player
He
of the game.
completely controlled the game for so long and also made an adjustment. I thought L.A. did a really smart thing. They said, hey, let's start making Carlos beat us, and that's exactly what he started doing. He really manages a game at a high level, understands time, understands score, understands where all 5 defenders are on the floor and what passes I need or what plays I need to make to put my team in position to win. And he had a good shot at the end, just hit back rim, quality shot. That's what you want to do. I thought it was a great play also run by Kenny Anderson and Mark Strickland.
Well, let's go to the real MVP of today, the fans. JB, let's go down to you.
So we're in it. What's your name, sir?
My name is Rick.
Rick, this is the inaugural game for Primetime Basketball. Give us your thoughts on this whole experience tonight.
It was, first of all, it was a great experience. The players, the organization, the arena. I mean, on a Sunday fun day for the kid. Perfect, man, perfect. The kids had a blast.
I mean, you're here with your kid, and how did you like the game?
Because it was good. You have to say yes.
Yes.
You have fun?
Yes.
And this is what this is about. For a lot of the players and talking to them, they're just excited to be back on the court, man, especially to be in a family and friendly environment. How important is that to you? We see players, on and off the field, different things, different issues with guys, but this is a program and this is a league that are allowing former players, former NBA players to continue their careers. How special is that?
Well, to me, it's very important for them to, stay in shape because you never know. Like basketball is ball is life. It's overseas as well. It's not just the NBA. It's not the end of the world if you just, done with the NBA. You can still have fun and play and be like a role model for the kids. And, we're French and half American for him. And, since we got here 3 years ago, Miami, the basketball life in Miami basketball scene is great. So I'm glad you guys chose this city for, the starter. And I hope you guys are going to be great, just like the Big Three and maybe the NBA. I don't know.
Well, we appreciate, man. Thank you for your support. It takes fans like yourself, man, and young fans like this to keep this league going, so we appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks. Excuse me, brother. Can I get an interview?
Yeah, you can.
All right, awesome. So, as you know, this is the first inaugural game for the Primetime Basketball League. Give us your thoughts on this competitive matchup tonight.
I see a lot of great NBA players from the past. As I look around, I'm like, oh, I remember him. And they were great players in their prime.
Yeah.
So, and they're still playing. So, it's a good thing just to bring back players that still want to play. You know what I mean? And it's good for everybody.
Were you
basketball?
Were you shocked at the competitiveness today?
Not at all, because we got a lot, like I said, a lot of great players in front of us. And these guys still want to compete. So I've been a coach 15 years, so I know what it's like to be around basketball. So it was just a good thing for me overall.
That's great. So will you come back?
Of course.
That's great. Well, thank you, man. We need the support. We appreciate you. What's up, buddy? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Let's get a couple more. To the court. We good, or they want more? Huh? I didn't get Booby, no. How you doing, Boo? How you doing good, man? Jack Brewer, nice to meet you, brother. We are here with Booby Gibson. Booby, you guys started off slow, played a much bigger team, man, but ended up with the victory, man. How fun was it to be back on the court today?
I loved it. Like you said, in the first half, the game was about getting back into a rhythm, getting back on the floor, getting back used to playing at a high level. And so it took us a minute to for the game to settle in. But like you said, the second half got competitive, and we looking forward to keeping this thing rolling and just building from here.
So it felt good being back on the court, right?
It felt great. I can't tell you. Like the first half, like I said, I was working my way into it, but the second half felt normal. And I know that that's going to continue to get better and better, and the fans will enjoy that. The fans will enjoy that process, and we look forward to giving them something fun.
It felt like you guys started to get some chemistry going into the second half, and I know this is the first time that a lot of y'all have actually played together. How was that?
Well, we all are pros, so, we try to play the right way, but you got to learn guys. You got to know what guys like to be, where they like to make shots at. So that was a process, but this is what we do. And so we're here to do that. And so, like, the second half, it started clicking, and we'll just continue to build.
I appreciate it, man. Well, good job. That was a very exciting game, and you guys did not disappoint tonight.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that yet. I ain't seen that yet.
We appreciate it, Booby. We're going to go.
Thanks, JB. It's Matt Ryan and Rex Walters. And Rex, we got the first one done.
Yep.
First one's done. We got 3 more to go. Next week on September 1st, Primetime Basketball League is going to be in Chicago. After that, my hometown in New York, we're heading on over to Rutgers. I think that means we lost the building. And then on September 16th, we fly out to a completely different time zone. We head on out to L.A. to UC Irvine. And it's going to be great to see this league build and great to see these players get opportunities to play in front of these kinds of fans and play in these kinds of atmospheres. Because basketball is a sport that you can play anywhere. You can play with anyone. Grew up in New York. You grew up out in California, played high school ball in California. even though we grew up in kind of different worlds, the basketball is still that communal thing that each person can kind of grab a ball. I was a fat, unathletic kid, but I could pass. So I was able to it's kind of built like a hockey goalie, so I could set picks wherever I go. But that's the great thing about basketball. And got JB here with us today. Kind of three unique perspectives. We've got the broadcaster perspective, we've got the new broadcaster perspective, also the player-coach one, and also JB from your angle as well, the third man in the booth. How was it out there in the crowd today, on the floor, in the trenches, talking with these coaches, hearing from the players and talking to the fans?
I was really impressed by the guys' ability to form some chemistry quickly. You know, these guys had never played with each other, never practiced. These teams came out and just got thrown in and played a ball game. And to be that competitive, I mean, we all saw they were going back and forth. You know, they had to play on both ends of the court. You know, some guys a little bit out of shape, some guys in a little bit better shape. So, you know, you have all those factors that go into the game, and to come out and to give fans a competitive game like this is very special.
And if you were on the bench today, Rex, what would your initial reaction be walking away from the Miami bench or the LA bench?
Well, number one, I'm listening to great players. Mitch Richmond, Kenny Anderson, all-stars, you know, and Mark Strickland was a heck of a player as well. Tony Farmer was a heck of a player. So, you know, Kenny, and especially Kenny and Mitch, they have instant credibility with the player. You're learning from a guy that's been there, done that, and done it at a high level. You saw a very good game today, and I love what JB said, because guys that know how to play, it's easy for them to play together. It may take a little bit of time, but good players like to play with good players, and that's what we saw today. So the fans got to treat. I love the fact that it's major markets. You're going to Miami, L.A., New York, and Chicago. It's the summertime. People want to see basketball. If you like baseball, there's nothing wrong with baseball. I like baseball too, but I'm a basketball guy. I love basketball, and I love watching great players doing what they love to do, and that's what we had today. We had great players doing what they love to do. That was fun.
It was a great first step. It was a great first moment. And take a look at some of the replays from today. Earl Boykins playing some great ball. So did Brian Cook. Brian Cook showed up and showed out today and had some great performances. And I think every single player today showed something in one way or another. Will Frisbee getting able to play in front of his friends, his family, may not have came through when it counted. And, man, I don't think it cost them the game. Right. But, you know, some mental errors, you got a bit of the jitters. You saw the same thing with Sundiana Gaines when he was at the free throw line. You feel that pressure. You feel those kinds of moments, and you go back here to Boykins. Just beautiful shooting today. A guy who's been there before, as you said, has been able to play at all levels of pro ball and showing some great efficiency today.
Well, I think Earl Boykins, even when I played against him way back in the day, he was a young buck. I was kind of on my way out. He is an absolute bulldog. The size has nothing to do with it. So I think it's great for our young kids to actually be able to see, touch, talk to great players and say, you know what? Maybe that's something I can do as well. Earl Boykins is a great. Carlos Arroyo, if Carlos walked into a YMCA, well, maybe not in Miami, but maybe in another state, nobody would know who he was. But you know what? Real quickly, they'll figure out he's a great player. Yeah. And these kids, again, can look at these guys, touch these guys, talk to them and say, that's something I can aspire to be. That is really cool, and they get to do that in the summertime.
JB, who stood out to you today?
Oh, man, I think Smush Parker. He played an excellent ball game. You could tell that he really he wanted it bad. You know, he pushed the ball to the hole. I mean, obviously you talk about Earl Boykins, who, you know, to me, you know, played the best game. I mean, I think he's 40 years old, and to be the smallest man on the court, and he, you know, coming out in that second half, that third quarter that he had really was a difference maker for that LA ball club, and I think it ended up getting them the victory.
And we saw that shot there by Arroyo. First half primarily distributing the ball, getting passes, getting assists, setting the table, but then some scraps came in third and fourth quarter, made it really easy for him to kind of keep Miami in the game. You know, when you look at, we talked about it a lot, that David and Goliath feel today of LA coming in with all those names, all that recognition, and Miami having the battle back that entire game. It was close the entire time. It never felt like a blowout. Miami showing a lot of cohesion here, and I'm excited to see what they do next in their next game.
It was a great contrast of styles. Yeah. The big size of Miami, the great skill and shooting and speed of LA, and that was fun. And it was a great competitive game to the very end. And we talked about some of the mistakes, but we see those in the NBA Finals. Oh, yeah. We see those in the NCAA Final Four. You're seeing guys with high IQ. You know, it's called the Primetime Basketball League because these guys, in their mind, mentally, they are still at the top of their game. They understand the game at a high level. So for our fans to go out there and see that, when maybe you don't jump quite as high as you used to, you really start to understand the mental aspect. Our fans get to see that with the Primetime Basketball League.
Now coming out of this for JB, you have anything to say?
Oh no, I was just just watching the game. I just echoing what you're saying. But I mean, if you watch these guys, what was really impressive to me on the sidelines with them is how happy they were. You know, I've heard 7 or 8 different guys told me it just feels good to be back out on the basketball court. And so, you know, this league means so much to so many players. I mean, obviously when you have to make a transition that major, I've had to make my pro sports transition. You've had to make your transitions. You know, sometimes you need things like this, you know, because you have other things in your life, and this gives you an opportunity to kind of get away from everything and get back to what you've been doing all your life. This is what these guys have trained for since they were kids. And so I think it's really special to bring that up, that, you know, a league like the Primetime Basketball League really means a lot to not just these players, but the future players, the guys that are in the NBA right now. Having a league like this that they can look forward to going to, it really is a special thing.
It is a doorway to continuing your career or give people like Mitch Richmond, Mark Strickland, Kenny Anderson opportunities to coach at a pro level, allow them to sit in that first chair. And you know yourself, Rex, it's not an easy transition. Out, and you guys know, out of player life, but into coaching life. You've coached at, you know, nearly every level. So you can see guys like that, they're getting a great head start and a great advantage. And I think that's one of the things about this league is that they're able to create, as you said, JB, that opportunity to keep playing and open new doors and give you guys opportunities to speak on microphones with my schlubby face. But
well, you're exactly right, because a lot of times in a basketball game, like I'm a coach, right? I've coached all my life, but the first 5 possessions of the game, the whole game plan is out the door. It really is. It's like blown up. And now you have to think on the fly, and that's exactly what Kenny, Mark, Mitch, Tony, they had to do. They had to think on the fly and put together some type of structure where guys could be put in position to be successful. And that's exactly what they did. And that's why we had a great game, 100-97. It came down to the last possession. Quality shots were taken. There was high-level execution. That's fun. That's fun to watch. And it was great to see Kenny. I know Kenny's going to coach. I know Mitch is helping at St. John's. But it's great to see those guys transferring some of the knowledge they had playing in the NBA and making that transition. And now in the locker room, getting to hang out and talk. Those are opportunities that are created from this league.
And folks, this has been a great opportunity. We're so grateful that you had the chance to watch and take this first step and this first journey with us here in the Primetime Basketball League. Don't you fret. Don't you be afraid. We'll be back next week in Chicago at the UIC Pavilion. We got Chicago playing. It's going to be a fun time. Follow Primetime Basketball across social media. Primetime BL. Be a part of the conversation. We want to see you. But for Rex, for JB, I'm Matt Ryan. So long from the Sunshine State.